win or lose, we're going to walk out of this stadium tonight with our heads held high.
That is amazing. Wow, what a game.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable.
One more for the record books.
Nothing's gonna stop us now.
At the buzzer, knocks it down.
Pick is up. Yes. He made it. Yes. Reverse layup is good with 5 seconds left.
Put 6 on my stat. First title in program history.
Being an in-state kid, everything that I wanted in the school was right at home.
Every coach has a toolbox, and every tool is from another coach.
Camaraderie, be able to hang out with each other and be together.
Takes it all the way for the touchdown.
Led by a future Badger.
I'm very excited for this kid because he is brilliant.
What an absolute javelin toss.
He's going to throw a jump pass and complete it for the 2-point conversion to Hawk.
I mean, we can see a lot of offense.
Put the exclamation point on it.
At the buzzer.
Wow.
It's good. Oh, my goodness.
Do your best.
Thank you so much for all you guys do for high school sports.
Guys, I got goosebumps.
That's all anybody can ask for.
The biggest games, the most compelling stories, the area's best high school sports coverage. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Welcome to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania for a very Nordic matchup tonight between the visiting Vikings of Mount Horeb Barneveld and the hosting Vikings of Stoughton. Both teams sit at 3-1 overall and 2-0 in conference play, as this should be a good one in the Badger Small. Of course, this would not be possible without our presenting sponsor. That is Zimbrick Honda. They've been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're in the market for a sedan, SUV, or truck, selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Hello again, folks. My name is Riley Yauk. Here alongside me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. And Dennis, Mount Horeb Barneveld, let's start with the visiting Vikings today. They're riding a 27-game conference win streak. I believe they're looking for their 5th straight conference title, but you can tell they're looking for a little bit more. They've been knocked out in level 3 of the playoffs the past 2 seasons. They want that state championship.
Yeah, the last 3 years, 7-0 in the conference. Year before that, their first of their 4 straight titles was a tie for the conference, so we say they've won or shared 4 in a row. They want 5, but yeah, right. You win conference titles. That's only the first step. You know, what they want to do is they want to get on to past level 3 where they've been the last 2 years. They've only been to the state semifinals once, and that was in 2012. So 2012, you think 13 years ago, most of these guys were 4 or 5 years old. Remember,
That's wild to think
maybe
about.
that was their first time they picked up a football. So yeah, it's been a while. Since they've had that long of a run. But you look at, they started out with Grafton, the team that won state a couple years ago and was back there last year, 24-7 game. And when you talk to Brett St. Arnold, he goes, Dennis, that was not a Mount Horeb Barneveld team. I was disappointed. I said, what, he got off the bus wrong? What happened? And he goes, well, we had 15 players in different positions. We lost some guys, and we had a good quarterback. But trying to build that chemistry. You know, your quarterback's back. You got 4 guys now that are going to be going to play football, at least right now at the next level, and you think, oh, wow, they got some talent. But it's getting that talent meshed together. The next week they beat Monroe 26-6, then they beat Beaver Dam, and that was a game where they started out with 22 points in the first quarter. Then they didn't score to the end, so it was like, okay, we kind of took our foot off. Not last week, Water 5-13. And if you look at it, they have scored 52 points in the first quarter to 7 for their opponents. So they've gotten off to fast starts, but they've only scored 12 in the fourth quarter. So the start to finish, that's where they need to pick it up a little bit. But this is a veteran team, and they have higher aspirations than the conference. But first of all, it's beating a team that's contended with a conference title in Stoughton.
Yeah, and for Stoughton, Dennis, bring them up, set me up perfectly. They had their own Cinderella run a couple of years ago, made it to the semifinals, and now they're really trying to establish in head coach Jason Becker's 6th season. He's sitting at 28-25 through those 6 seasons. They want to be a true contender in this Badger small conference before they make their next run. And, hey, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So there's no better opportunity for them to establish themselves as a true contender in this conference and beyond than tonight.
You know, as a wrestling fan, with your dad wrestling, Stoughton wrestling has been phenomenal. But there was a disconnect when it came to football. Now they've got that connection between the two, and you see Stoughton's had 9 appearances. I remember for a while they hadn't gone to the playoffs. In 2023, they went to the semifinals for the first time, and they were on the road. They were the underdogs. They were the road Vikings. They won, and then we saw the last game they lost. They were down to their 3rd quarterback in that game. So they gave it all. Last year, disappointment. They went 1-out in the playoffs. So this year they want to get that back on track where they're considered as a conference contender and a long playoff contender. And they started out losing to Oregon. So you lose to your rival. You know, they can't play each other in conference since they're different leagues. So that game's always on the schedule. But then Green Bay Southwest, they went up there. They got a tour of Lambeau. They got to practice on the turf and did the Hall of Fame, the whole thing. And then just blew out Green Bay Southwest, and they beat Kettle Moraine. And last week, 49-33, a real shootout in Kewaskum. And that's on their 2nd quarterback. They lost their starter, Andy Perkins, week 2 to a broken collarbone. So then Colin Kotlowski had to step in, and starting safety has done a really good job. So they're trending in the right direction. But this was going to be a really good game. Mount Horeb scored 31 points in the 2nd quarter, 54-0. And for Mount Horeb, you can't assume, hey, that's going to happen again. And for the home Vikings, Stoughton, it's like that was an embarrassment. We gotta do something about that right away.
Yeah, looking to get their get back is Stoughton. Yeah, Dennis, we called that game. Once Owen Primusberger decided to turn it on, that was all she wrote. Hoping for a little bit more competitive game tonight, and I think we're going to get it between the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings and the Stoughton Vikings. Interested in getting individual or group lessons from some of the highest level of coaching for the baseball player in your life? GRB Academy offers individual and group lessons for players of all ages and skill levels. Visit grbacademy.com for more information. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player. When we come back, we will have your Midwest Financial coaches profile, including an interview Dennis Semrau and our video producer tonight, Hunter Vaughn, did with the Stoughton head coach, Jason Becker, and we'll get a little more information on the head coach of MHB, Brett St. Arnold, as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a second. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
The team at Midwest Financial Group are values-based financial specialists that offer full-service financial solutions. This local independent firm has been dedicated to helping people achieve their financial, tax, and insurance goals for over 30 years. Visit mfgteam.com to learn more about how they can help set up your future for financial success. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor.
Just over 16 minutes away from kickoff here in Stoughton, Wisconsin, between Mount Horeb Barneveld and Stoughton. Gruber Law Offices has a reputation for winning. Their experienced, powerful team works tirelessly to help people and families seriously injured in accidents by providing the best care and service. There's never a fee until they win your case. Gruber Law Offices has been serving the people and state of Wisconsin for over 35 years. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. Special early start time here tonight due to some impending inclement weather. So in the meantime, let's hear from one of our coaches this evening, as our own Dennis Semrau and Hunter Vaughn had the opportunity to talk with the head coach of the Stoughton Vikings, Jason Becker.
We were just talking about, I wasn't sure when you heard there, Dennis informed me that you were taking in some of the youth program stuff and just how important that is for the longevity and like the long-term success of your program.
You know, hearing Dennis say that, you know, that is something that we take a lot of pride in here. And to echo what he said, I don't think the game has ever been safer. Right. You know, I even just think back on the equipment that I wore when I played compared to what we're wearing these days. You know, we've been extremely blessed to take part in some great studies with UW-Madison over the last couple of years, and Dr. Tim McGuine, you know, with Guardian Caps and all of those different things, and really focusing on, you know, keeping the game as safe as possible, because I think, you know, there was a lot of concern, you know, with the different videos and different things that had come out years ago, questioning the safety of the game, and that's something that we take a lot of pride in at the youth level. It's throughout high school, right, is truly keeping the game as safe as possible, adjusting the way we practice, you know, all the different things that we do to keep this game as safe as it can be.
As we are joined by the head coach of the Stoughton Vikings, Jason Becker, I want to talk about your team now this year. You're coming off of a 7-3 year, fell in the level 1 of the playoffs to Waterford last year, but you're out to a 3-1 start, coming off of a 49-33 win against Kewaskum. How have you felt about this team? You know, you have that tough week 1 loss, but now the team's bounced back. You've got 3 straight wins. How do you feel your guys have responded to a early season loss to a rival?
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest thing was, you know, we needed to get healthy. We actually got a little banged up. We played a phenomenal scrimmage. Sun Prairie East hosted this year with Kettle Moraine and Grafton, and you know, Logan Hedstrom got hurt in that scrimmage and wasn't able to play in week 1. And we knew as soon as we were able to get him back that you know, we were going to be able to get some things rolling offensively, and quite honestly, we really have since then, and it's been great to see. I think what's different about this team compared to our last couple of years, you know, we're extremely balanced. You know, you look at our stats right now, and it's almost dead equal between pass and run, and with Empey and Hedstrom kind of leading the way in the two-headed backfield, that has opened up a lot of things in the passing game, and it's just been really fun to watch it all come together, and we're excited about the opportunity in front of us this week.
And you mentioned Logan also being a safety for you. You have a few guys going both ways, but able to play 2 platoon. But I got to ask you, the last year, the Nelsons and the MPs. Yeah, it's you know, it's a little bittersweet. You know, I've been blessed to have coached all 4 Nelson brothers and all 3 MP brothers. You know, obviously to have our first athlete ever drafted in the NFL with Jack, you know, this past spring in the draft, and then now to see his brother committed to Northern Iowa is certainly exciting, but it's sad at the same time, right? You just keep hoping that there was maybe another one coming through, but we've been blessed by both of those families in our program for sure.
We're joined by the head coach of the Stoughton Vikings, Jason Becker. Coach, you've got a big battle against another Vikings squad, Mount Horeb Barneveld, coming up on this Friday. What is it that Mount Horeb Barneveld does well that you kind of need to, you're telling your guys to watch out for, or what are the things that you guys are trying to focus on here as you get ready for them?
Well, first and foremost, Coach St. Arnold has got, he's got a great coaching staff. They're always well prepared. They've just done some phenomenal things over the last couple of years. I mean, you can't be on a conference winning streak like they are, without being consistent and without having high expectations. And so that's one of those things where it's like you can't be intimidated by that at the same time, right? It's a great opportunity in front of you. And for us, I really think it's going to be about controlling the line of scrimmage, valuing the football, and and just doing what we can to hopefully manage the clock as well, because that's something we did really well last week. Our first drive of the game was an 18-play drive that took almost 8.5 minutes. And if we can do those things again and really limit Mount Horeb's opportunities, I think that's going to be something that hopefully lead to our success.
Coach, thank you so much for the time. We really appreciate it, and good luck this Friday night as you take on Mount Horeb Barneveld in a battle of the Vikings.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate being on.
Great stuff from the head coach of the Stoughton Vikings, Jason Becker, and from our very own Hunter Vaughn and Dennis Semrau. Dennis, he started off that interview by talking about the youth programs, and it is youth night here at Stoughton. Can you speak a little bit more on what that means to this program and across the state of Wisconsin?
Well, it's a special night for the 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, because 7th and 8th graders get to play on this turf. 4th, 5th, and 6th only get one game a year, and it's the day after their youth night. So they're all excited because they're out here and they're going to, support the future Vikings, right? Mm-hmm. You know what it was like, a future. Yeah. What was the nickname when you were in school? Were they?
Oh,
the Red Hawks?
Yeah, the future Red Hawks of
Milton High School.
Of Milton, yes.
Yeah, so you look at the youth program. When Jason Becker first took over here, they had like a youth program, and then they had a booster program. And they kind of were not on the same page. He said, no, we're going to get everybody together. We're going to be wearing the same uniforms. We're going to be doing stuff that you'll be proud of when you get to high school. This is who you represent. And he's done a really good job that as far as raising numbers, they have a lot of kids that are playing flag football. He talked about up the Columbus area, I guess, they have padded flag football. I never heard about that, where they have helmets and shoulder pads.
Interesting.
So it's a little bit more like football, but you don't have all the collisions in that. But advocate of getting kids involved. And both of Jason's daughters, one senior is the video person will be in the end zone, and his other daughter, sophomore, is going to be the ball girl. And she knows more. I hear the officials are just amazed because some of the guys don't know what's going on the sideline. The players are asking stuff, and she'll tell them what's going on, and the officials are like, well, must be the coach's daughter. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, the coach's daughter. So, yeah, so it starts with his own family, with the youth. And, again, having, being out here when they have their tunnel for the players get to run through and everything, it's a special night. And for the kids to be here and see the athletes they emulate, and the older guys are going, God, we always ask them, who did you emulate when you were younger? And they always remember this. Remember the impact you make as an older player on the kids coming through, that hopefully we'll get to a state championship one day.
Always special on youth night, and these youth hoping for a big win for the Stoughton Vikings. But head coach Becker, in that same interview, spoke very glowingly of the Mount Horeb Barneveld head coach Brett St. Arnold. Dennis, can you tell us about him?
Yeah, Brett's interesting guy. He has this manhood lesson of the week. Every Thursday he gets the guys together, and he teaches them some life skills. And how to clean out your dryer vent. Think about that. Kids don't know how to cook with charcoal. That's something. How to change a flat tire. They've had a police officer come and say, what do you do if you have to get pulled over? How do you act? And then my favorite, which next week I'll be there for, Sauk Prairie at Mount Horeb Barneveld for local papers, how to treat your date. It's homecoming week. You don't just show up and text her and say, come on out. You get out of the car, you walk there, you meet the parents. You have her home at the time that she's supposed to be. You treat her special. You open the door. I mean, all this stuff. So he's teaching lessons. And then the other thing he does is he always has a question of the day outside the locker room for the guys to ponder. And he'll put something out there. Okay, what do you think of this? So he's getting them thinking about life more than football. Now, he was a stud athlete. Both his parents are Hall of Famers. Dad was a football coach, and his mom was a volleyball coach. And he went to Niagara High School, so that's where he was a star. He coached at Delavan Dairy, and now it's his 8th year at Mount Horeb Barneveld. He's a phys ed teacher and a school health teacher. So he's in the program, and now he's kindergarten phys ed. So he's getting them early now. So his first kindergartners
starting them young
are going to be in high school next year.
Making sure he takes good care of his youth program as well. 2 excellent coaches for both of these squads, as those coaches' profiles were brought to you by Midwest Financial Group. The lineup at Midwest Financial Group consists of coaches for your financial world, organizing the players on your personal team. Behind every great team is a great coach. Let the Midwest Financial Group be yours for your financial planning needs. Head to mfgteam.com to get started today. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor. We are now down to 6 minutes until we kick off an early one tonight from Stoughton High School. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
But not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Axe, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Axe is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
Honda's presentation of PrepMania. After the game, we'll award our Pizza Hut player of the game. And Pizza Hut, they're introducing Pizza Hut's new handcrafted personal flats pizzas. Enjoy bold recipes like Nashville hot chicken, pepperoni duo, 3-cheese ultimate, and chicken bacon ranch. That's my personal favorite. $5 each all day. Order online at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out pizzas the Hut. And Dennis, the band is jumping here in Stoughton. The crowd is starting to fill in as we await the players' entrances and the national anthem. But let's take a look at this game. We've looked at the macro. We've looked at the coaches, heard from each of them. And now, Dennis, starting with the visiting Vikings, Mount Horeb Barneveld, what are their keys to victory tonight?
First, it's start hot and finish hot. They've had a great first quarters. We talked about that earlier. And they want to make sure that they end on a good note. Number 2, make Stoughton one-dimensional on offense, hoping to put enough pressure and stop the run game to make them have to put it in the air. Again, that goes in with the start hot. If they get a lead and you want to put the pressure on Stoughton right away, and then finish drives on offense. And again, that comes back with start hot, finish hot. Same thing on offense.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they finish the game as well. As you mentioned, only 12 points scored in the fourth quarters of games so far this season. As you can see, the Stoughton Vikings team start to make their march to the tunnel of youth football players and cheerleaders. Dennis, what are their keys to victory tonight?
Well, number 1, value the football and manage clock. Last week they had an 18-play drive, took off 18 minutes early. And that'll keep the big play players for Mount Horeb Barneveld off the field. Number 2, limit their turnovers and force MHB into turnovers. And the last one is respond to adversity. It means control your emotions. You're going to get a penalty. Things are going to go wrong. You got to control your emotions and focus on the game. last year things got a little bit out of hand, and things did get testy in the second half, but that's what happens when you're on a running clock. So just, forget about that in the past and concentrate on the mission in front of you.
Colin Kotlowski and Gatlin Empey waving the flags for the Stoughton Vikings as we are now just minutes away from kickoff here from Stoughton High School. And speaking of Stoughton, PrepMania would not be possible without our friends at Stoughton Health. Stoughton Health has been providing trusted care close to home, and they are proud to support student-athletes from around the area. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more today. We will step aside one more time for the national anthem. When we return, we'll give you the players to watch, and it will be time for kickoff between Mount Horeb Barneveld and Stoughton. Do not go anywhere, folks. Should be a good one tonight. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
When you or a loved one are faced with an unexpected injury or illness, Stoughton Health's urgent care is there for you. Stoughton Health has 4 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have urgent care locations in Stoughton, Oregon, McFarland, and Cottage Grove with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health accepts over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan, Quartz, Humana, and more. Please visit stoughtonhealth.com for more information. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you live from Stoughton High School for what should be an excellent matchup tonight between the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings and the Stoughton Vikings. Both teams have taken the field. It is just about time to get underway. But first, let me tell you about Wanakee Remodeling. Dreaming of transforming your home into the space you've always wanted? Wanakee Remodeling makes it happen, and their expert team is there to bring your vision to life. They're local, reliable, and dedicated to quality craftsmanship. Schedule a free consultation today at WanakeeRemodeling.com. The leaves starting to turn brown here in Stoughton, a little uncharacteristically hot for the time of year, as we are about to get underway an hour earlier to try and avoid some storms making their way to the Stoughton area.
I don't mind the rain, but the lightning potential, yes, we don't want to have a delay or have to come back tomorrow, for God's sake.
No, that would certainly not be ideal. As the Vikings won the toss, they deferred to the second half. We will see the Mount Horeb Barneveld offense first this evening. Colin Haig and Django Christian back to receive this kick from Jace Turner. Smaller but mighty crowds on both sides as toe meets leather, and we are underway. The ball takes a bounce to about the 22-yard line, fielded there and taken to the left side before trampled down at the 25-yard line, and that is where Mount Horeb Barneveld will set up shop. Andy Jones scoops it up and on the return.
Here we go, 1st and 10. We'll see what they come out with. Brooks Hendrickson, North Dakota recruit, completed about 58% of his passes, though he's run the ball a little bit more. When I talked to Stoughton coach, he said, well, that's one thing he doesn't run. Well, he did last week.
Yeah.
He had a pretty good game last week, if I remember. Ran for 126 yards and 3 touchdowns in the rout of Watertown. So he's become more of a dual-threat quarterback this year.
That would certainly be something to keep an eye on if you are this Stoughton defense, as Hendrickson is in the gun. Brett St. Arnold runs a spread offense here at Mount Horeb Barneveld. Jack Wilson, the dynamic running back, to his right. The Stoughton student section already chanting, I believe that we will win, as Hendrickson keeps it himself and scoots up past the 35-yard line and already moving the chains. Excellent first play from scrimmage for Mount Horeb Barneveld.
Yeah, that was a designed run. Wilson, last year he carried the ball a few times, but he was primarily their 2-point specialist, all-conference linebacker. This year he's made an impact, he and Eli Meyer in the backfield.
Going to be a give to him this time, and not much doing. Swallowed up in the backfield. Reed Blackburn there to drag him to the turf. Pickup of 2. Reed Blackburn plays both ways for the Stoughton Vikings defense. Has over 100 yards and a touchdown on the offensive side of the ball, and 24.5 tackles. I think they'll give him at least a half there. Should be up to 25. As Hendrickson back to pass, rolling out to his left, and he's going to tuck it, keep it himself, and pick up a few. Set up a 3rd down and a little more manageable for this MHB offense.
And that's a big difference, in Hendrickson this year, not hesitating to run if he has the space. Last year, he'd pull up and try to maybe force a pass or throw an incompletion. There he just took what the defense gave him, pick up a couple yards. Now it's a 3rd and 7.
Have only 2 interceptions on the season for Hendrickson, compared to 5 passing touchdowns and the aforementioned 3 rushing touchdowns from last week. It's definitely a little bit more disciplined of an approach for the senior.
Yeah, 172 yards a game rushing, 151 passing, so a little bit more run-oriented this year.
Hendrickson back to pass on 3rd down. Clean pocket and got his man. That's Christian on the outside, and he'll pick up the 1st down and plenty more as Django on the receiving end. 1st and 10, MHB.
Nice pass. He's stepped up due to some injuries in the secondary and also as a receiver here, sophomore. Pretty good long triple jumper in the track team as well. So you can see he's got some hops.
Multi-sport athlete. Yeah, only a sophomore is Christian, but still over 100 yards receiving on the season. That'll add to his tally and a couple of touchdowns as well. Hendrickson under center now as Christian goes in motion to the left side. Hendrickson give to Wilson as he plunges ahead and driven down near the 45-yard line, 35-yard line, pardon me, as MHB is into Stoughton territory.
Yeah, Wilson packs a punch, 6'3", 220 pounds. And also last year went out for track and set the discus school record. His first year, ended up going to state last year. I actually just missed state in sectionals by, I think, a couple of inches, but I'll probably see him there this year.
Some excellent track and field athletes on this Mount Horeb Barneveld squad, Dennis.
Yes, the 100 and the 200, the 4x1, 4x2 last year, they were on the podium for.
Christian motions back out to the left and got his man over the middle, does Hendrickson. That's Colin Hagg, and that's another 1st down for the Vikings.
A nice mix-up, and that was a left-handed quarterback here when he's rolling left. You know, that's his natural. So his blind side is his right tackle. That's who you got to keep an eye on. And that's Evan Leibfried, his older brother, Austin, first man off the bench in the offensive line for the Indiana Hoosiers this year. And
too shabby.
Evans already getting D1 looks from around the country.
Yeah, 6'7", 240-pound frame as a junior.
He also plays basketball like his brother.
That'll certainly play on the next level as Hendrickson under center. Play action, rolling out to his right. Being chased from behind. A nice block as he picks his way forward inside the 20-yard line. Goodness gracious, Hayden Anderson with a boomstick to set up his quarterback. Another first down.
Yeah, they're moving the ball, just slicing this Stoughton defense here early.
So far, shades of what we saw last year, Dennis. But as you said, this is certainly a first-quarter team. The clock now is 8 minutes, reads 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this first quarter. And Mount Horeb Barneveld is on the march. Grundall and Christian split out to the left. Haig, the lone receiver, to the right. Offset shotgun. Going to be a keeper for Hendrickson. He's got space to work inside the 10 and shoved out of bounds at the 9-yard line by Moses Harris. And chunk play after chunk play for this Mount Horeb Barneveld offense. A pickup of 9 on first down, and now within striking distance.
Yes, the unveiling last week of Hendrickson as a runner, and now this week, he said 100 yards last week? No problem. Coming back, mixing it up, spreading the wealth, the receivers. And we haven't seen Eli Meyer yet with a carry, state wrestling place winner. He's a pretty good running back, too.
Very multiple offense. Little pitch to Wilson to the left. He cuts back up the middle and slung to the turf by Max Nelson. The last of the Nelson brothers, an NIU commit. Big stop as it's now third down and short for MHB. This would be massive if Stoughton could somehow get this offense off the field, although head coach Brett St. Arnold, he doesn't do a whole lot of kicking regardless.
No, they've had kickers over the years, but they prefer, he said he did a study, he was at a coach's convention about the two-point play, and he became an advocate of going for two after, and we got a flag.
We got a pre-snap whistle and a false start, and that will certainly help Stoughton as that will move the MHB offense back 5. They get third down and 7 now.
Yeah, you say, 4 weeks into the season, your kicker's probably got some points. Cullen Olson, 2 of 3 PATs and 0 of 1 field goals. So right there, they've already made 7 two-point conversions this year. And Eli Meyer is actually the big guy. He's got 5 this year. Last year, that was Jack Wilson's job.
As the rain starts to come down here at Stoughton, no problem. It's a little on the lighter side. Don't even know if you can see it through our camera.
And the umbrellas are coming up, yes.
But right below us, everyone throwing on some sort of protection as Anderson motions the left side of the formation. Hendrickson back to pass. Has time over the middle. Too tall for Django Christian. He had a window, just a little bit too much on it. And it's going to be 4th down and 6. Make it 8, pardon me.
It looks like they're going to go for it.
Cullen Olson's services will not be needed as 4th down and 8. Pivotal moment here early for both of these squads. I'd argue more so for this Stoughton defense. 7 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. 4th down and 8. 3 receivers to the left. Wilson to Hendrickson's left. And back to throw, lofts it to the end zone. This time, Christian's got it, but no, the referee says he's out of bounds, incomplete.
Oh, tough call.
Oh, goodness gracious. I thought Django drugged the foot. It'll be a turnover on downs as the Stoughton defense stands tall.
13-play, 60-yard drive there. Took, almost 5 minutes off the clock.
A promising drive stalls inside the 10. Self-inflicted wounds, and they can't hit the big strike to the end zone as first opportunity for this Stoughton offense now. Just over 7 minutes to play here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, here's where Stoughton now would like to duplicate what they did last week. against Kewaskum with a long drive to start the game.
Keys and Sell now, the receivers to the right and left respectively. Bobbled snap, and they pay for it. Logan Hedstrom hammered in the backfield. Like that was Eli Meyer who greeted him.
Yep, that was. We didn't get to see Meyer carry the ball, but he knows how to stop ball carriers, too.
Yeah, and you mentioned, Dennis, took third place at 165 pounds in the state wrestling tournament. I may have called a few of his matches for WIAA.tv. He knows how to blast double, that's for sure, as he laid the hit there. 2nd down and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Going to be give to Empey, probing that left side, and he is swallowed up. A team picture over there for Mount Horeb Barneveld.
That's a pretty good 1-2 punch there, Empey and Hedstrom taking their turns. They're both on defensive side, too, so when one's carrying the ball, the other's getting a little bit of a blow, and then their primary, I think Hedstrom's primary is offense. He'll get more reps there, and Empey's been on defense, but both don't lead the field too much.
And so far, not much doing for either on the ground on this first drive for Stoughton. 3rd down and 9 from their own 15-yard line. Going to be a play fake. Kowalski's got his man, but absolutely nothing doing to that right side as Blackburn was smoked after making a reception in the flat. Pickup of about a half a yard, and Stoughton's going to have to punt it away.
And went to the tight end on that one and just got a yard. It's more of a safety valve, I think, than anything else on that one. But 3 plays, 2 yards, and out.
Strong response from this Mount Horeb Barneveld defense, Dennis.
And the best thing is now they're hoping that, with a punt return, get the ball back into Vikings territory. So Stoughton was hoping to be able to flip the field on it, but it didn't happen.
Jace Turner to punt it away. Mount Horeb Barneveld brings the heat. They can't quite get there, but a wobbly punt takes a Mount Horeb Barneveld bounce at the 40-yard line, and exactly what you said, Dennis. MHB will be setting up shop at the Stoughton 38-yard line.
Gave him a couple. They should have down that at the 40, but the Stoughton players just let the ball bounce, and it, again, bounced against them. So 2 yards, every yard counts. You hate to see that happen. So 38, 22-yard punt. And only 2 plays, 3 plays, 2 yards. So right now, Mount Horeb Barneveld's got the momentum, but Stoughton, can their defense do it twice in a row here?
We shall see. Not if MHB has anything to say about it, as Hendrickson
go up top,
leads the troops back onto the field.
Go up top.
Going to be a give to Wilson right up the gut instead, and he's got a crease. Plows ahead inside the 25-yard line. Don't need to go up top when you get a hole like that, as Jack Wilson. 1st and 10. MHB quickly to the line now.
13 yards on that one. That was the hammer.
Going to be a keeper this time for Hendrickson out to the left side, and will stiff arm his way out of bounds. Still a solid pickup on 1st down up to the 20-yard line, and just like that, MHB
6 or 7.
4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this first quarter. Still nothing our score, as Hendrickson's back to throw. Screen pass. That's Christian. Works his way, hits his own blocker, stays on his feet, cuts back inside, and dropped down at the 5.
Good second effort. Most of those yards are after contact. You like to see that out of the sophomore. Got a very strong sophomore class, but Coach St. Arnold is really happy with his youth program right now. He goes 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. They got some studs coming along. He's got 50 players in the 6th grade, 50 in the 7th, and 40 in the 8th grade level playing football. Tackle football, that is.
Wow.
That's pretty good numbers for a school their size.
Yeah, that's how you build and maintain a program. Investing in the youth, as Django Christian, the young sophomore, already the most targeted receiver tonight, making hay. Hendrickson under center from the 5. 2nd down and 2. Give to Wilson. Cuts back to the right. Sheds 1 tackle.
Push.
Not the second, as Nelson was there to grab him and hold him up before a few of his friends could join. Going to be 3rd down and just a yard. Nope.
Where's the tush push? Where's the tush push? They could have got. They were looking for somebody to push him into the end zone. He was doing it all on his own. Yeah, just picked up 1. So 3rd and 1. Yeah, short
Maybe. Third down and maybe the length of a football for Mount Horeb Barneveld, as this Stoughton defense so far bending but not breaking in this first quarter. See if they have one more stop in them, as a whistle and a discussion from a couple of the referees. Not sure what it's about. Dennis, do you have any idea? And seems to be much ado about nothing.
Yeah. Just going to play. Go ahead, guys.
As they resume action,
reset the
referee continues running the clock. 2 minutes, 51 seconds to go. The clock is actually stopped on the scoreboard right now. Christian in motion, going to be keeper from Hendrickson. Flips it a little too far. I believe that was an incomplete pass. Yes, it was. And another third down stop. Can they do it one more time? This Stoughton defense showing some moxie early.
They're having a problem with the scoreboard. They had 1st and 10 on 13. Now it's 1st and 2 on the 5.
Yeah.
Ball's obviously on the 4, and it's 4th down. So
little
we're having a few technical problems here tonight, but yeah, incomplete pass. They got lucky on that one. But
technical difficulties or not, 4th down yet again inside the 10-yard line for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Less than a football to go. Hendrickson in the gun. Wilson to his right, 2 receivers, 1 on each side, a couple of tight ends as well. Give to Wilson, and he's got the first down with plenty to spare. Can't quite lunge his way into the end zone, but a fresh set of downs from the 1. MHB will certainly take that. Actually marked him down at the 2-yard line. Hendrickson in the gun. Give to Wilson. Let's see if he can finish the job. Keeps churning the legs. No, marks him down at the half-yard line. Excellent second effort, but Owen Corbett there to make sure he didn't quite reach pay dirt. 2nd down and goal now from the half-yard line for MHB.
And MHB just dominating here in the first quarter. Time of possession, stats. But we're still 0-0.
Still nothing to show for it as of now, as a minute 40 remaining here in this first quarter. MHB looking to punch it in. Eli Meyer now in the backfield, and he falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Horeb Barneveld. The visiting Vikings strike first. Eli Meyer, we saw him on the defensive side of the football, and Dennis, you mentioned we hadn't seen him get a carry yet. How about his first one into the end zone?
Yeah, it's timing. Everything is timing. 9 plays, 38 yards, 3 minutes, 20 seconds. So they've dominated. They've had the possession for over 8 minutes here in the first quarter. And they finally punch one in, and, of course, going for 2. And Meyer has been their primary guy, and we'll see who gets the handoff here.
Wilson and Meyer in the backfield. Give to Meyer as he has a patient run into the end zone. 2-point conversion successful for Mount Horeb Barneveld. They lead 8-0 over Stoughton. Madison College has been around for over 100 years right here in our community. They've grown to 7 campuses all across south central Wisconsin, including 3 in Madison. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up your career, Madison College is here for you. Learn more at madisoncollege.edu. That's madisoncollege.edu. Dennis, they still haven't updated the scoreboard. Still reads 0-0. They got the timing right. Minute 33 remaining in this first quarter. Some technical glitches, but no matter. Thank goodness we have the dean here.
Well, I take it Mount Horeb Barneveld now 60-7. They've outscored their opponents in the first quarter. So able
Not
to
too shabby.
Put a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Again, 9 plays, 38 yards, 320, 1-yard run for Meyer. His first carry is a touchdown, and then his 6th 2-point conversion of the season.
6th 2-point conversion and 4th TD for Eli Meyer, the junior. Second team All Badger Small last year was Eli. Excellent showing thus far tonight. He helps finish off what Jack Wilson and Brooks Hendrickson started. As once again the referees stop play. I'm assuming this is for the scoreboard operator. Hopefully they can figure out these technical difficulties. I saw a thumbs up from Coach Becker on the sideline. And I think he's signaling to the referees to just get play going.
The clock is working. That's about it. So, okay. As long as we know how much time is up there, that's good.
That's true.
And we can see the rest out here.
May have to do it the old-fashioned way, Dennis. Get someone up there on a ladder, put some signs.
Where's the flip over numbers?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, in the
I'm
old
sure
days,
someone's got one in their car and just set one on each 50-yard line and keep track that way.
In the old days when this was a grass field, you didn't know how many, when you go between the 5-yard stripes, is it 1 yard or 2 yard, whatever. On a turf field, that helps you out a little bit.
Cullen Olson with the boot. Received at the 15 as he stays in bounds and driven down across the 30-yard line. Larry Southern on the return, number 32.
Yeah. It's his first return of the year.
As now the scoreboard just
6:20.
has the time. It's currently 6:21, in case you were wondering. 21 minutes after kickoff is Mount Horeb Barneveld leading this one by a score of 8-0 over Stoughton.
And we're at the 34, 1st and 10. I guess it's about 127, 126. Usually 5 or 6 seconds on the returns. That was a pretty good return there.
Yeah, and Dennis, as
they're waiting now.
the referees stop play again as they try and figure out this scoreboard issue we're currently having. I don't believe we got to the players to watch tonight. Let's start with Stoughton as they will be taking over now once we can figure this out.
Well, the big 1-2 punch of Logan Hedstrom and Gatlin Empey, both running backs, both linebackers. Hedstrom, co-captain, he was second team All-League last year, ran for 792 yards, 7 TDs. Empey was all-conference second team after finishing with 79 tackles. So, as I said earlier, Empey will probably stay on the field more on the defensive side and Hedstrom more in the backfield. And then we mentioned Max Nelson, the last of the Nelson brothers. Jack is playing for the Atlanta Falcons, and Barrett, hopefully he'll be healthy. He has not been able to play for the Badgers this year. Hoping maybe you'll see him tomorrow against Maryland. So those are pretty three. And then you've got and then Max, of course, we mentioned earlier, going to Northern Illinois next year. But you got 4 players right now going to college next year. The latest for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings is defensive end. Where is he? Defensive end Harrison Walker. He committed recently to Minnesota Moorhead. You've got Jack Wilson committed to North Dakota State. He has a team best 30 tackles this year. He was first team all-conference on defense last year. And then also Hayden Anderson earned all-conference honorable mention at tight end. He's going to be playing at St. Thomas. And with a player we recently had, the quarterback Isaac Ziegler at DeForest. They're both going to be St. Thomas guys. And Brooks Henderson, North Dakota commit. He was first team all-conference last year, passed for almost 2,500 yards. But like we said earlier, his ability to run and be more of a dual-threat quarterback has really emerged this year. And then we mentioned Eli Meyer, again, third at state, 165-pound wrestler, 47-2 last year.
That's not too shabby, Dennis.
But that's the kind of guy you want running the ball and you want playing linebacker. He knows how to tackle. He knows how to bring guys down one-on-one.
Exactly.
So, it's a pretty good group of guys there.
Yeah, lots of excellent football players on both teams, Dennis. Lots of wrestlers. Lots of wrestling translates to football incredibly well as the scoreboard has been fixed. 1:26 remaining here in quarter number 1. Mount Horeb Barneveld leading it 8-0. We're back underway. Kutlowski give up the middle to Hedstrom, and still not much doing on drive number 2 on their first play.
What did I say, 127, 126? I was within a second there. And 2 yards.
Always on the money, Dennis. I mean, you've been doing this for a long time. You're an official
even a blind squirrel gets an
scorekeeper.
acorn once in a while.
Well, you're an official scorekeeper for the Badgers, Dennis. Don't sell yourself short.
No.
Under a minute now.
Hoping I got some good things to say tomorrow in the press box.
Don't we all? As Kutlowski gives to Empey off the right side, cuts it back left.
Twinkle toes.
Sheds a couple tackles. Escape the grasp of Harrison Walker. Pickup of a couple.
He was running on his toes. You see that? It was like the little steps there trying to navigate his way. And
elegance and grace.
There you go. 38, just 2 yards again. So we've had 4 running plays for a total of 5 yards so far for Stoughton. That tells you the defense is fired up there. That front 7 is pretty impressive from Mount Horeb Barneveld this year.
Stoughton runs a spread RPO offense. See if we get a pass this time. That we will. Kutlowski over the middle.
Oh,
he's got
wide
his man.
open.
That's Sell now. And he is slung down inside the 30-yard line. Parker Sell now opening up this offense.
Came in the game averaging 25 yards a catch. We see why on that one. 4 touchdowns out of his 15 receptions. And that's a big play right when the Stoughton Vikings needed it.
Had about 4 yards of separation on that route. Kutlowski, if the pocket wasn't closing in rapidly, may have been able to fully set his feet and deliver it in stride. I don't think Sell now would have been caught.
No, that was a 33-yard completion there at the end of the first quarter.
That it is. And your score, Mount Horeb Barneveld 8, Stoughton nothing. When we return, Stoughton on the drive looking to even the score here from Stoughton High School. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Football here in Stoughton, Wisconsin, as the visitors currently lead the home squad 8-0. MHB over Stoughton right now. Stoughton offense finally with a big play to Parker Sell now as Gatlin Empey is hammered at the line of scrimmage by several MHB defenders. And Dennis, you mentioned one of the keys to the game for Mount Horeb Barneveld was making this Stoughton offense one-dimensional.
Just thinking of that right now with the run. You've had the one big play. But when you have to go to the air, and that was the one area, the secondary is one area from Mount Horeb Barneveld where they needed some more experience. So as it gets better, they're going to be better. But that one was exposed. He was wide open down the seam.
Yeah, you wonder if Stoughton will start trying to take a few more shots as it's 2nd down and 9 inside the 30-yard line. Little speed option here. Empey on the pitch is driven to the turf. Pickup of 1. Ricky Sevilla makes the tackle, the senior free safety.
I think it was Hedstrom actually on that one.
Pardon me?
Yeah, Hedstrom came out of the pile. That was 13 on that carry. Picked up just 1. Again, two plays, 1 yard on this since the quarter started. You got to be able to grind something out, but right now the defensive line is winning the battles.
Sell now in motion, screen pass to Hedstrom, tries to get a few blocks and stretches forward inside the 25-yard line. Sets up a 4th down and manageable for the Stoughton offense, as I think it was 4-down territory regardless here for the Vikings offense.
That had pick 6 kind of. The ball kind of hung up there a little bit. It was a good catch there by Hedstrom. Able to make something out of it, and 4th and 5. You got to go for it in this down in this turf.
Not quite 2 minutes gone by here in quarter number 2. Mount Horeb Barneveld leading Stoughton 8-0. 4th down and 5 for Stoughton. Going to be a play action, pump fake, has to dump it off to Hedstrom. And picking his way outside the numbers, inside the 5, hammers his way towards the pylon, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Made the dive. Looked like he just got inside of it, but the official said no, must have stepped out of bounds.
Kutlowski with the poise to hang in there and dump it off to Hedstrom, and he made the magic happen after that. 1st down and goal at the 1-yard line. They hustle to the line. Kutlowski under center. Hedstrom and Empey.
Timeout, Mount Horeb Barneveld.
Right behind their quarterback as they force a timeout from Mount Horeb Barneveld. A little bit of gamesmanship from head coach Jason Becker. You mentioned the off-air the gamesmanship from Mount Horeb Barneveld, as this timeout is brought to you by Madison College. They've been around for over 100 years right here in our community. They've grown to 7 campuses all across South Central Wisconsin, including 3 in Madison. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up your career, Madison College is here for you. Learn more at madisoncollege.edu. That's madisoncollege.edu. And Dennis, how do you like that play call? Right after the big play at the 1-yard line, hustling to the line, forcing a timeout from head coach St. Arnold.
Good job by Coach Becker there, trying to see if they could punch one in right away, see what the formation is. And Mount Horeb Barneveld with a counter. Good timeout. If you're not set, you don't want to give up one now. Though they're going to have to stop. They say it's on the 2. It's just thought it was. He got to the 1. That's where he marked it, but they got the ball on the 2.
So now in motion, give to Hedstrom. Spins off a defender in the backfield, but dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
That was Harrison Walker, number 7. He met him in the hole and did not let him go. Nice job.
Jack Wilson helped clean it up, as now Stoughton goes from the 1-yard line to the 5, 2nd down and goal. Certainly a different situation here.
Yeah, again, they've not been able to run the ball here effectively at all. 2 yards has been 3 yards has been the longest carry so far.
Yeah, all 3 of their biggest plays have been through the air, and now Coach Becker will take a timeout of his own as they now sit at 2 apiece, remaining with 9 minutes and 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mount Horeb Barneveld leading 8-0, but Stoughton now on the drive. And Dennis, if you're Coach Becker, you call this timeout here, got 2nd and goal on the 5, you just lost 4 yards. You dialing up a pass into the end, somewhere over the middle, screen, or are you continuing to try to run the ball even though it hasn't been effective?
Yeah, I think you got to do something. You got to mix it up a little bit, but put the ball in the air. If you've got an incompletion, then you know they're going to have to go for it. Yeah, here, if you run, you've at least got a couple opportunities to try to punch it in. If you get a yard, maybe again, but you become one-dimensional. If you get an incompletion here, you got to go for it. But just check and see how they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 carries so far. 6 to 4 yards, 7 for 4 rushing. So I would say put the ball in the air if they can't do that, but
they'll keep it on the ground to Hedstrom. Cuts up the middle, and that'll do it. Touchdown, Stoughton, as they draw within 2. Logan Hedstrom keeps it on the ground and punches it in.
8 carries, 9 yards now rushing, but all that matters is 5 of them just got courtesy of Hedstrom.
Excellent blocking. They had Empey and Blackburn on that left side. Beautiful cut from Logan Hedstrom. And Stoughton, not looking to tie this game up, will instead opt for the extra point as Jace Turner on to attempt the PAT. 14 for 16, as mentioned earlier, on the season. Just gets that one away. Wobbly kick, but it is through the uprights and good. Your score with 9 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here in the first half. Mount Horeb Barneveld 8, Stoughton 7. The Stoughton band plays their fight song. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Is your home ready for a makeover? At Wanakee Remodeling, we specialize in exterior transformations that turn heads. New siding, flawless decks, and windows that shine. Our team delivers top quality craftsmanship with unbeatable warranties, ensuring your home stands strong and stunning for years to come. Call Wanakee Remodeling today at 608-442-0034 or visit WanakeeRemodeling.com. Schedule your free estimate and let us bring your vision to life. Wanakee Remodeling, building beauty that lasts.
Punches it in from 5 yards away for the Stoughton Vikings to draw them within 1 of Mount Horeb Barneveld, as they are now set to kick it away. And Dennis, already a different feel than last year's affair out in Mount Horeb.
Hey, yeah, Stoughton scored.
Very true, as Christian on the return from his own 10-yard line and knocked down at the 30. That is where Mount Horeb Barneveld will set up their 3rd possession of the evening. And Dennis, can you give us a drive summary for that last Stoughton possession
Yeah.
that resulted in 7?
9 plays, 66 yards, 5:09 off the drive, and Logan Hedstrom 5-yard run and turnover the kick, 8-7. So answered the call. They got a good stop on the first Mount Horeb Barneveld drive, force over on downs, gave up a touchdown, but then answered, and that was very big.
Yep, respond to adversity. That third key for Coach Becker.
Big go.
And through a quarter and change, Stoughton rising to the occasion. Hendrickson in the gun, going to be give to Meyer up the middle, and very little there. Just past the line of scrimmage. They'll give them 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9 from their own 32-yard line.
You want to be able to run the football, establish the ground game, and on their first drive and second drive from Mount Horeb Barneveld, able to mix up the pass and the run. But you like to have that first play 5-6 yards, not 1.
Yeah, Luke Bonjour and Rain Altenberg, those big bodies in the middle there for Stoughton. As pressure coming, Hendrickson stands in there, got a man wide open until he wasn't. Beautiful play on the outside. That was Tate Schneider for the Vikings, and if he doesn't get that paw up there, that is a walk-in touchdown for Colin Haig.
Yeah, Schneider's one who's been more of a reserve this year for him, but Coach Coach said that he can play any place in the secondary, and he's only a sophomore, 6 foot, 170-pound sophomore. That's when you put on your game film. Nice play.
Multiple sophomores making plays here early. Hendrickson stepping up in the pocket and driven down. Reed Blackburn with the sack. And boy, oh boy, Dennis, in just the span of a few plays has the momentum in this game shifted.
A huge sack for Blackburn there, and a 3-and-out. So for Stoughton, they got to stop on turnover on downs, and now here's their first 3-and-out of the game for the defense. And a loss of 5 on the play there. Big time.
Brooks Hendrickson will remain on the field to punt it away.
He's been more of a pooch punter for him this year. We'll see how far he can boot this one.
Gavin Reynolds sprints back onto the field. Could be a quarterback-to-quarterback punt as Kotlowski is one of the men back to receive.
There it is. Okay.
Little rugby-style kick. Selnow's got it at his own 35-yard line. Goes outside and spun down past the 40-yard line.
Nice tackle by Colin Haig.
Yeah, Devin Rogers, one of the up men for Stoughton, trying to avoid a block in the back penalty, and it cost the return.
38 yards on that punt. Pretty good for Hendrickson there.
Yeah, all things considered, still very solid starting field position for Stoughton from their own 42-yard line. 7 minutes and 29 seconds remaining here in this first half is now Stoughton with some momentum trying to press the advantage here on offense.
Yeah, and what you like to see is a nice long drive here. They can punch one in. Stoughton gets the ball to start the second half too, so they can go in halftime with some momentum and then come out. They say the last 3 minutes, first half, second half.
This drive will start how last drive ended with a give off the left side to Logan Hedstrom. Slightly different results on this particular play. Gain of 1 up to the 42-yard line.
Still not able to do much here.
But they got in on the play that counted.
Yeah, as long as you can, when you're inside the 10, you got to be able to run the football, be able to get some push, and the offensive line gave them just enough space to get through.
As the last rays of sunshine peek through the clouds and over the trees here in Stoughton, 2nd down and 9. Sell now in motion.
And the umbrellas are gone. So rain has ended temporarily.
Play action. Kotlowski looking deep.
Oh.
He's got his man Keys just a little too far past the diving attempt from Jackson. Incomplete, 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, went for the long ball there. See, they had got single coverage there, and he was open, just a little bit far.
Yep, Colton Bell on the coverage for MHB.
We saw that a lot in that Oregon Central East game.
We did a couple of weeks ago. And in case you missed it, weren't tuned in, both quarterbacks in that particular affair, lots of overthrows.
A lot of airmails.
Yes. So far, only a couple tonight. as Selnow motions to the left. Empey and Hedstrom back there. Going to be a play fake. Rolling out to his left. Will gun it deep again. Keys has got a step. And just a little too far again. The Stoughton fans want a flag. Little bit of hand fighting, but referees say no dice on the pass interference. Colton Bell once again on the coverage.
Well, they saw that. They got the
matchup they want.
wanted, yeah. He got that one-on-one and almost got it the first time, and this time it was a little bit closer. Maybe third time's the charm, but you're going to punt here. Yeah. On the 42, you don't want to turn the ball over in your territory with the clock running out here in the first half. You want to pin Mount Horeb Barneveld back inside the 10 if you can.
And that one almost blocked again. Jace Turner gets it off. Hags got it on the run at his 25-yard line and hammered out of bounds by a couple of Vikings defenders. Blackburn and Smilgus.
Ouch.
On the stop. Yeah, that one had some pop to it.
You got to have some guts to be a return guy. I don't care what level it is. You're going to get drilled, whether when you catch it or toward the end of it when somebody gets you and rides you out of bounds like that happened there. It's still a great return, 1st and 10 on the 41.
Now we'll see if the MHB offense can take advantage of slowing the Stoughton momentum. They still lead it by 1, 8-7. 6:24 to go in this first half. 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Hendrickson in the gun. Going to be a give to Wilson. Spins off a defender, but can't shake the next as he'll grab 2, maybe 2.5. 2nd down and 8. Both crowds have filled in quite well for a 6 p.m. game with rain in the forecast. So far, so good. Skies appear to be clearing up on this gorgeous fall evening.
Had that early start, too, wondering how many people did they get the word out in time to get people here an hour early, and we got a good crowd.
2nd and 7, Hendrickson to throw. He's got his man at the midfield stripe, and he lowers the shoulder for a 1st down. That was Cal Odgers on the reception. 6'2", 180-pound senior. First time we've called his name this evening. Now MHB into Stoughton territory at their 45-yard line. 1st down and 10. 5:25 to play in this first half. Hendrickson, a keeper, across the 45, shake and bake, and slung down at the 39 of Stoughton.
Good fake there, and some of the defense bid on Wilson. He's like, I don't have the ball. Where are you? He's got it.
Yeah, this drive, Dennis, more akin to their first couple of possessions. 6 yards on that 1st down carry.
There you go. That's what you want now. Opens up the playbook here. Next couple of plays. We'll see what Hendrickson can come up with. But again, doing a good job with his legs tonight, making plays.
Hag, Grundall, and Christian, the receivers here. Hendrickson's got his man. That's Hag on the right. And he'll be shoved out of bounds by Harris. Just in front of the 30-yard line, it appears. 1st down and 10. Starting to look like that well-oiled machine we saw earlier. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
Just like we said earlier, Stoughton, if they could get one up on the board with it, the same thing Mount Horeb Barneveld, knowing Stoughton gets the ball. You want to get that, extend that lead going into halftime, and then hopefully get a stop and then take control.
From the 31-yard line of Stoughton, give to Wilson this time. Sheds a couple tackles, turning on the Jets to the outside, inside the 5. Touchdown, Mount Horeb Barneveld.
Great run. He just
Jack
got outside.
Wilson showing the toughness and the speed. 14-7 in favor of MHB.
Just when Stoughton thought they had it, 5-play, 59 yards. Did not take much time on that one. That was less than 2 minutes. Good drive.
The future Bison, Jack Wilson, taking it to the house from 31 yards away. As we're accustomed to seeing, MHB going for 2. Going Going to be a give to Meyer, and let's see, he got it. That second effort, he was met at the 1, but fell forward into the end zone. Your score, 4 minutes and 33 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Mount Horeb, Barneveld 16, Stoughton 7. Planning a corporate event, private party, or team outing? Madison Axe is your state-of-the-art entertainment spot with 8 lanes of axe throwing and interactive games. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Lots of Stoughton mentions in these ad reads, Dennis, as they currently trail MHB by 9. Now a 2-score game.
Being able to put those 2-pointers up there, instead of a 1-score, you get that advantage.
That was a big second effort by Eli Meyer. Now MHB once again in pole position of this game.
5 plays, 59 yards, 151 off the clock. And a huge run by Wilson. Been more their hammer this year, but got outside. And again, one of those guys that has just done a lot of work in the offseason. A lot of the players spent some time just outside their own weight room. They were at the Total Athlete Performance in Verona. And most of the skill players improved at least half a second on their
Sell now on the return.
Yep.
Hit out of bounds. As
Nice.
that one was strung out very well by the MHB coverage. He ran from the far hash mark to the near sideline.
84 Connor Casey, their sophomore. It's special teams. That's where a lot of sophomores get a chance to get some licks in and get some confidence out on the field. And like I said earlier, this is a very good sophomore class from Mount Horeb Barneveld.
Yeah, to compare this to the college level, I had the opportunity to talk with the Badgers' talented true freshman linebacker, Cooper Catalano, last week. He's going to have a bright future, that's for sure, wearing the Cardinal and white. And he was told by his coaches, the linebacking coach at UW, that special teams is where the young guys earn their trust.
Yes.
An excellent display there from Casey is Hedstrom with the carry on 1st and 10.
That's the best first down play they've had all game here. Be able to get a seam and pick up 8 yards on that first play.
Yeah, not too shabby for the Stoughton offense.
Now here they want to answer the call again. If they can put some points up and get the ball to start the second half. But now it's a 2-score game instead of 1 as it was before the second 2-point conversion.
Yep, still a big opportunity for a 2-for-1 here for Stoughton. Going to be once again to Hedstrom this time. Not much there. Pickup of about a half a yard. Make it 3rd down and a 1. Maybe 1. Depends on how you look at it. 3 minutes, 35 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
Yeah, when they lost the first game to Oregon, part of it too was Hedstrom was out with an injury that first game. He's only played 3 games. And now he's got 5 touchdowns here in his 4th game of the year.
Now you wonder if this Stoughton offense, those short runs early, are going to pay dividends late if they can hang around. As this time a quick give to Empey.
Nope.
Spun forward, but looks like he's going to be still a little bit short of that first down. No gain.
Mount Horeb Barneveld defense answering the call there. 2 good plays.
They'll mark it down at the 32-yard line,
and
they will move the chains. Gatlin Empey gets it done on the ground on that set. Now the clock will resume moving. 2 minutes, 55 seconds to go.
It's been a little frustrating. You get 8 on the first play, and then the next 2 are zilch.
But still, fresh set of downs. Give to Hedstrom off the left side, and that swarming Mount Horeb Barneveld defense meets him at the line of scrimmage, and that will force a timeout. Not force a timeout from head coach Brett St. Arnold of MHB. He wants a chance to get the ball back before this first half concludes.
Yeah, Aiden Knight, nice tackle there, met it, and then waited for his teammates to come finish it off and made that a no-gain play.
Dennis, how do you balance the risk here if you are Coach Becker and Stoughton right now? You have had wide receivers open. You want to be able to throw the football and sort of loosen up that front 7 as well, but you throw a couple of incomplete passes, Mount Horeb Barneveld has plenty of time to go down the field and score again and put you in a real bad spot before half.
This is where you got to trust your defense. Say, no, we need it. We got to do something to shake things up. And then you put your trust that the defense is going to make some plays, make some stops. But right now, you're down by 2 scores going in. Again, they want to see if they can make something happen before halftime, going with a positive series. So here you're looking for your playmakers and looking for your quarterback here in particular to make a play.
They've proven they can do it. Kotlowski, play action,
There it is.
zips it over to Keys, who tries to cut it back inside, will cost him a couple of yards.
Never go backwards.
No.
He thought he was going to get around.
Coach that in elementary.
Yeah, he thought he was going to get around, but there was no way he was getting anywhere farther than he got.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Luckily, at least they picked up 2 on that one. Could have been a worse spot.
Yeah, for Keys, this MHB defense is quick to that football. Now 3rd down and 8 from their own 34-yard line. Stoughton looking to answer. Kotlowski back to throw. Pressure coming. Bounces off a defender. Will keep it himself. Lowers the shoulder. Reaches forward past the 40-yard line. Will be a yard short. But now sets up a manageable 4th down. Coach St. Arnold will use his 3rd and final timeout for Mount Horeb Barneveld. And now with 1:48 remaining, decision time for Coach Becker. He could go for it on 4th and 1, try and keep this offensive possession alive, or punt it back to the ever-dangerous quick strike potential Mount Horeb Barneveld offense.
That was a nice play by Henry DeRozier there to stop and keep him from getting the 1st down, give the opportunity. But now, yeah, if you turn it over, 40-yard line.
Not liking your odds there.
No, not. You have not been able to run. So if they've got a pass play, again, they had their man coverage, but you don't need to go 20, 30 yards. You just need to pick up a couple yards. So if they got a screen pass, maybe somebody float it back out, look for your tight end. Just something to kind of, like I said, loosen up that defense, because that front 7, there's not much room to run all night.
As it appears, Becker has made his decision. He will punt this one away. And as you said, Dennis, trust his defense. 4th down and 1 from their own 41-yard line. Jace Turner, MHB, has gotten pressure every punt so far. Not much here. High, wobbly kick. Hag signals for a fair catch, muffs it, but falls right back on it.
Ooh.
Almost
Dangerous.
a disastrous play for MHB. And almost a huge break for Stoughton as Devin Rogers comes up gimpy. One of the cornerbacks on this Stoughton defense. Key piece to shutting down these dynamic receivers for MHB. Remaining on the field so far.
So we're going to mark it here at the 28.
1st down and 10 for Mount Horeb Barneveld from their own 28-yard line. Still 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in this first half. No timeouts as they try to punctuate this first half. Blitz coming off the edge. Got his man in the flat. That's Bumgart outside the numbers past the 40-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds by Jack Johnson. It's exactly the first play you're looking for if you are MHB. Only 5 seconds off the clock. Gets out of bounds and pick up a 14.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything so far out of Hayden Anderson, the tight end. Came in with 17 catches.
I was excited to see him.
And right now, Stone's doing a good job.
And there he is, right on cue as the announcer's jinx works again as he churns the legs, drags a couple of defenders with him into Stoughton territory. They'll mark him down to the 39-yard line. And once again, gets out of bounds. And in 13 seconds, Dennis, MHB has flipped this field. From the 39-yard line of Stoughton. Hendrickson in the gun.
33 yards in 2 plays.
2 down linemen for Stoughton. Bringing a little pressure. Gempe, Anderson again at the 30-yard line. Oh, my goodness. A strong, sturdy shoulder to Moses Harris. As Anderson announcing his presence with authority here at the end of the first half. And Stoughton going to call a timeout, give their defense a breather. They have been on the back foot this entire possession.
3 straight first downs. And now you got the ball. And again, we don't know about the kicker since he's doesn't get many opportunities. It'd be a 45-yard field goal, but they got still plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah.
And just make sure you get out of bounds, or you have to spike the football.
Yeah, and they haven't even had to rush to the line yet. Every play is to the boundary, and they scoot out of bounds. Excellent play design so far for Mount Horeb Barneveld. And this offense, nothing has looked other than, give or take, I guess, one drive where Stoughton shut them down after their touchdown. Nothing inside those few plays on that first drive of the game has looked too particularly hard for this offense.
Not at all. Reminds me of Varsity Blues. Tweeter, get out of bounds. That's what the coaches are telling their receivers. Get out of bounds. And so far, so good.
Wilson to the left of Hendrickson in the gun. Minute 23 to go in this first half. Stoughton bringing the house. Hendrickson flushed out to his left. He'll tuck it and just flip it out of bounds. Smart, savvy play from the senior Brooks Hendrickson as he avoids the loss. And showed the athleticism as he was hounded there by a few Vikings defenders.
Looking for dinner. Fresh meat. Let's get him. And
they haven't had too many opportunities, so even that much more hungry. As Hendrickson now, Stoughton continues to bring the heat. Anderson this time met at the point, drops the football, but he was down. Ground forced it out. They'll mark him down at the 26-yard line of Stoughton. That'll keep the clock running as we now have reached 1 minute to go in this first half. 3rd down and 7. That timeout appears to have rejuvenated the Stoughton defense.
Well, they still got one left. Mount Horeb's out. So
Mount Horeb Barneveld's offense looking a little discombobulated on that play, but nonetheless they get to the line. Now under 40 seconds to go in half number 1. Hendrickson back to pass, setting up a screen, got his man. That's Christian with some space outside.
He's
going to walk his way into the end zone, but hold the phone. A flag comes from the back judge, and this might be coming back.
20 yards behind the play. What happened on that one? I'd love to see the film. Yeah, he's wide open going in for the end zone, then the flag comes out.
Beautiful play call.
Did not have to.
That appears to be negated.
Oh, hate to see that and see where they're marking it from.
Looks like they're walking it back from the 17-yard line of Stoughton. We still have yet to receive a call. Here it is. Holding on Mount Horeb Barneveld. Oof, that hurts. As they had the perfect call, perfect execution, and a penalty will bring it back.
27.
It'll
so they get
result in no gain on
they
the
got
play.
9 yards on the play and then 10 yards on the penalty, so now it's basically 3rd and 9. It should be 3rd and 9 from the 27.
They mark it at about the 3rd and 8.5 with 25 seconds to go. We'll see if Lightning can strike twice. Hendrickson, pressure coming. Rolls out to his left, looking downfield, will instead stay inbounds all the way up inside the 15. Tight-roping the sideline is Brooks Hendrickson. He'll pick up the first down and a few more. And even with no timeout, 17 seconds to go. Still plenty of time for a couple.
On the play, excellent run for Hendrickson.
Been talking about his running ability all night. And he continues to showcase. 16-7, MHB looking for more. Hendrickson back to throw, rolling out to his right. Looking, tucks it, sheds a tackle, but is just going to be pushed out of bounds. Sensational contain by the Stoughton defense, as that'll be a loss of a couple. 8 seconds now to go in half number 1.
Let's see, we're going to mark it here at the 17. Yeah.
That loss of 3. 2nd down and 13 now from the 17-yard line. Only 8 seconds remaining.
34-yard field goal. It tells you something right there that, nope, going for it.
So here we go. A tackle inbounds will end the half.
Got to get it in the end zone.
Mount Horeb Barneveld looking to tack on before the half. This Stoughton crowd imploring its defense to make a stop. Hendrickson to the end zone. He's got his man. Touchdown, Mount Horeb Barneveld.
Let's see who got it.
It looks like Hayden Anderson.
Yep, Anderson with the catch.
The big tight end, hadn't mentioned him until this drive, but he was a massive part of it as the clock reads double zeros. Oh. Mount Horeb Barneveld now with a 22-7 advantage pending the 2-point try. And an absolute gut punch for the Stoughton defense, who had been so stingy those last few plays. Has a big breakdown. Little pitch to Meyer on the outside. He'll turn the corner and shoot his way into the end zone. 2-point conversion successful, and that was massive, folks. Your score heading into halftime, Mount Horeb Barneveld 24, Stoughton 7. The MHB Vikings striking on the last play of the first half to gain a 17-point advantage. 3-score game heading into the break. And Dennis, how would you summarize that first half of play?
Oh, Mount Horeb Barneveld doing what they do normally. They're able to start fast and finish fast here in the first half. You're looking in now, that's 52 points in the second quarter and 60 in the first quarter this season. So, and that's why they've jumped out to a 3-1, headed for a 4-1 record if it keeps going like this. But this was for Stoughton. They needed to stop and then be able to get back and score, get within a few points. And now you make it 17. It's basically a three-score game.
Yep. Stoughton behind the 8-ball heading into intermission. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. As for more than 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda just off the Beltline in Madison or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda. Hayden Anderson on the receiving end of that back-breaking touchdown to end the half for Mount Horeb Barneveld. And Dennis, it looks like he got something to say.
All I had to do was mention his name, right? I said he hadn't caught a pass.
And boom.
He caught 4 passes for 50 yards, including the 17-yard touchdown there at the end. Just phenomenal. And Meyer with 3 2-point conversions pushes him up to 8 for the season, 10 for the team. And again, Mount Horeb Barneveld, everything is going right in their favor. And they need, if they come out and get a stop and a score on that first drive, first series in the second half, this game could be over.
That might be all she wrote. And funny enough, Dennis, when we return, we'll have our our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. And Dennis, who was our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week?
Hayden Anderson.
Well,
talk about timing. Couldn't have planned it any better, right?
No, he could not. As when we return, you will hear from the aforementioned Hayden Anderson and the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. Keep it locked. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good care of you.
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick Fish Hatchery Road.
The team at Midwest Financial Group are values-based financial specialists that offer full-service financial solutions. This local independent firm has been dedicated to helping people achieve their financial, tax, and insurance goals for over 30 years. Visit mfgteam.com to learn more about how they can help set up your future for financial success. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
But not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Mount Horeb Barneveld leading Stoughton 24-7 here at halftime on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Gruber Law Offices has a reputation for winning. Their experienced, powerful team works tirelessly to help people and families seriously injured in accidents by providing the best care and service. There's never a fee until they win your case. Gruber Law Offices has been serving the people and state of Wisconsin for over 35 years. One call, Dennis?
That's all.
Darn right. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Hayden Anderson, the tight end for Mount Horeb Barneveld, scored that final touchdown as time expired in the first half. And now it's time to hear from him as our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Hayden Anderson from Mount Horeb High School, but it's Mount Horeb Barneveld football.
Correct.
So you're a three-sport athlete, football, basketball, and baseball. For you, how do those three sports work? How do they kind of one help another one?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they all help each other. Your hand-eye coordination in baseball helps with you catching passes in football, and just like your footwork in basketball helps you with footwork in baseball and football. And just being physical in football helps you with being physical in basketball. They all correspond and really help each other out.
Mount Horeb Barneveld has won 4 conference titles in a row.
Correct.
Gotten to level 3 the last 2 years, but never been to state. So this senior class is pretty motivated, isn't it?
Yep, for sure. We're going for the 5-peat on conference, but our main goal is the state championship.
And now the recruiting process, you want to talk about that. So a couple of years ago, you couldn't have seen yourself in this position. You're going to get to play college football. So you're going to St. Thomas, and you want to kind of take us through that how that process worked and when you made your commitment.
I mean, I never really saw myself going to play college football until really like a couple months ago. And it was pretty cool. I mean, the recruitment process was not fun at all, to be honest. A lot of pressure, but after I committed, I got my offer when I was at the Northwestern camp from their tight ends coach at St. Thomas. They've really shown me that they want me, and their facilities are awesome. Academically and athletically, it was a great fit for me.
What was the fact that you're a multiple sport athlete? Coaches talked to you about that, what they liked about your game?
For sure. St. Thomas is big on that. They recruit a lot of multi-sport athletes, and Coach Caruso that really stood out for him. So I think that was a big factor in why they recruited me.
When you look back in your time at Mount Horeb High School, what do you think the most? You still got your senior year, a lot more memories, but what's just being in this environment? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just having that many people support you in such a small town means so much, and I think like everyone thinks about that 2015 state championship team from basketball, and that's just like what we want to be, pretty much. So I remember that because I was probably like 6 years old, and everyone remembers that. That's like Mount Horeb's thing, and we just really want to get that in football, basketball, and baseball. So I mean, support means everything.
What was it like? You honored that team this year during your season. I know they had a little party afterwards and stuff. What was it like when those guys walk in the gym?
Yeah, I mean, those guys every now and then they come in and scrimmage us, and they still pick us apart. Like, I mean, they're getting older now, but they're still good athletes, and we really look up to them.
Awesome. Well, our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Hayden Anderson, Mount Horeb High School. Have a great senior year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Fantastic work, as always, from the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semra. And congratulations once again to Hayden Anderson, our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, and big touchdown scored by him to end the first half. This presentation of PrepMania. Zimbrick Honda has been a part of the Madison community since 1973. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? At Zimbrick Honda, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for how much, Dennis?
$1.
Goodness gracious, that is a steal, folks. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda. A little over 5 minutes before the teams retake the field and we get the second half underway. We will step aside one more time, and when we return, you'll hear our final thoughts on the first half. And it'll be time to kick off as Mount Horeb Barneveld leads Stoughton 24-7. Stoughton will get the ball coming out of half. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
When you or a loved one are faced with an unexpected injury or illness, Stoughton Health's urgent care is there for you. Stoughton Health has 4 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have urgent care locations in Stoughton, Oregon, McFarland, and Cottage Grove with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health accepts over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan, Quartz, Humana, and more. Please visit stoughtonhealth.com for more information. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Axe, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Axe is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
The team at Midwest Financial Group are values-based financial specialists that offer full-service financial solutions. This local independent firm has been dedicated to helping people achieve their financial, tax, and insurance goals for over 30 years. Visit mfgteam.com to learn more about how they can help set up your future for financial success. Advisory service is offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor.
This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Mount Horeb Barneveld leading Stoughton 24-7 as we reach the end of halftime here. And Dennis, you have now tallied the stats. What do you have for us from that first half of action?
Well, the 24-7 score is seen in the stats. First half offense for Mount Horeb Barneveld, 230 yards, 15 first downs. For Stoughton, 89 yards, 3 first downs. Ooh. And you look at Hendrickson, he has made a difference running the ball this year. 9 for 56. He's 11 of 15 for 133 yards and a touchdown. And then Anderson actually was 4 for 54 with a touchdown. And Wilson, 10 for 64 rushing and a touchdown. So they're big 3 guys there. And I did a story for the Mount Horeb Mail on all 3 of them on their recruitment. So it's like, all right, guys, good job. And then for Stoughton, quarterback is 5 of 7 for 62 yards, rushing 14 for 27. So Kotowski has made some nice passes to get him that touchdown and to move the ball a little bit. But again, the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense holding Stoughton to less than 2 yards a carry. That is the key in the first half.
Yeah, and Dennis, you mentioned those big 3 for Mount Horeb Barneveld on offense. Brooks Hendrickson, Jack Wilson, and Hayden Anderson. All 3 are Division I commits. How wide do you think the talent gap is right now between Mount Horeb Barneveld and Stoughton?
From a skill position standpoint, I think it's very wide. But you got to go out and play. We're dealing with 16, 17, 18-year-olds. You never know what's going to happen. And that's where coaching comes in. You coach your kids up. How many years for Wisconsin the Badgers go up against teams that have that level? But they've always, before the NIL and the everything else going on with college football, we had guys staying for 3 and 4 or 5 years, whatever. Tausch talked about that this week with the offensive lineman. How many when he was playing and how many guys. Like Tausch had to wait his turn.
Yep.
His best year was his last year. He was, he was reserve early. So, but in college football, if you don't play right away, well, in high school, you got these guys for 4 years. You just hope that you can coach them up. And Jason Becker's done a great job with this program since he took over. I mentioned before his merging the touchdown club along with the youth program to get the numbers up. And, they're at the point now where they expect to make the playoffs. They expect to contend for a conference title. But the talent level with what Mount Horeb Barneveld's got right now, those 3 Division I players, and that's just kind of scratching the surface. They got a few more guys. Leibpreet, for example, at tackle. He's going to be a guy that's going to be going on somewhere, probably D1 in a couple of years. We mentioned the defensive end, Harrison Walker. Going to Minnesota Moorhead. We saw he made a couple of nice plays out there. But, when you're down, the measuring stick right now, in the Badger large, Wanakee that's the big dog.
Yes.
Well, in the Badger small, it has been Mount Horeb Barneveld, and you measure how you do against them. Next week, Sauk Prairie coming in with a game with Lakeside tonight, 3-1, 2-0 in the conference. They lost twice, and they weren't even on the same field with Mount Horeb Barneveld last year. But that's a team you aspire to be. That inspires you in the weight room. That means getting guys out, guys that maybe haven't played football, or getting your best athletes out there. And it's nothing against Stoughton on it. Right now, Mount Horeb Barneveld has a couple more studs.
Yeah, and that's certainly not to disrespect the Stoughton Vikings at all. They are still very much in this game and hanging around. We'd be having a lot different conversation right now if that pass fell incomplete to Hayden Anderson in the end zone.
If I had a son playing high school football right now, I'd want to play for one of these coaches. I have a lot of respect for Coach Becker and Coach St. Arnold, and they have respect too in the conference. It's tough when you get pasted the year before, and now they came out and they got a point, and they play like they belong tonight. Last year, it was like Stoughton after their first drive.
Yep.
And they're kids. Sometimes, I saw that with Sauk Prairie earlier with Holman this year. Gave up at halftime. They had 2 long plays, 80, 70 yards, 2 boom, boom. Hey, wait a minute. What's going on here, guys? But they're kids. They're going to make mistakes. You got these guys being paid millions of dollars that, look at the Packers' offensive line. There's some weak links right there right now, and they're getting paid how much?
So
these
are more than we are, Dennis.
Yeah, they're high school kids, so you want to give them the benefit of the doubt. And for Stoughton at halftime, it's like, don't look at the scoreboard. Let's come out. Let's get a good drive and punch the ball in the end zone and let Mount Horeb Barneveld know we're here. And that's it. You want that respect that when you walk off the field, the other team goes, man, we had to earn this one. And that's what Coach Becker wants if they end up on the L side tonight, that he wants the Mount Horeb Barneveld guys to know that they had a game.
And that's exactly it, Dennis. And still, there's a whole half of football left. All our jaw jacking.
The way the ball bounces, you never know. You get lucky on. We saw that last year with Verona and Madison Memorial. A little 6-yard scoop and score. That was the difference in the game. And coming into tonight, Verona's got a long winning streak, over 20 games in the conference.
Yeah. And Dennis, taking a look, our video producer, Hunter Vaughn, going around the area, showed me a score from my alma mater, Milton. They currently trail Monona Grove 14-13 at halftime. So a good one down the home of the Redhawks, Carl F. Anderson Field. Or I believe now it's Schlemm Stadium. Carl F. Anderson Field at Schlemm Stadium for the renowned head coach, Jerry Schlemm.
We haven't been there we were there a few years ago for actually the year of the pandemic. That spring, the alternate season in the spring, we were there for a Stoughton Milton game, which was fun.
Yeah, Milton, Monona Grove, a big game in the Badger Large, as we are here covering the Badgers small, Mount Horeb Barneveld and Stoughton. MHB leading Stoughton 24-7 as Cullen Olson is on to boot it away for the visiting Vikings. From the 40-yard line, swing of the right leg, and the second half is underway. Received by Sell now. Little stutter step, and he's got nowhere to go. Dropped at the 22-yard line. Excellent kick coverage out the gate for MHB.
On the other hand, Mount Horeb Barneveld coming out going, they smell blood in the water. You get a stop here and punch one in. You've taken control of the game. That drive at the end of the first half, nothing better than scoring on the last freaking play.
No better feeling, that's for sure.
And they're playmakers. Hendrickson to Anderson on that drive. Those 4 catches were huge.
Yeah, the stars showing out tonight as the sun has set here at Stoughton High School. We can still see some clouds, partial clouds.
Oh, they're talking
so far,
around
no signs of the storm.
9 o'clock-ish, so let's get this thing moving, guys.
Kotlowski give to Hedstrom off the left side. Got a little bit of space. Turns it up near the sideline and rolls out of bounds just in front of the 30-yard line. Solid pickup on first down out of the gate for Stoughton.
Yeah, like I mentioned at halftime, less than 2 yards of carry in the first half. The big one was the 5-yard touchdown run. They were able to punch one in, but Mount Horeb Barneveld's defense wanted to make them one-dimensional, make them put the ball in the air, but Stoughton is still, they want to stick to the ground game and see if they can establish something here early.
And so far, definitely a better start than their first play of the first half. 2nd and 5 now. They give up the middle. This time it's empty as he slams into that wall of Mount Horeb Barneveld defenders. They'll give him a couple. Actually, make it a few, as it'll be 3rd down and 3 now.
Aiden Knight and Ricky Sevilla right there got their noses right in the middle of the pile, making sure he didn't get any farther.
Kotlowski gets the play from the sideline, trots back into the huddle. 3rd down and 3. And Dennis, you don't want to say one of the first plays, the third play of the second half is critical, but
it is.
Certainly feels like it here for Stoughton. Big 3rd down. Sell now in motion behind the 3 men in the backfield. Kotlowski, swing pass. Hedstrom's got it. Can he make a man miss? Yes, he can, but only will get back to the line of scrimmage, and he was hit hard.
Jack Wilson in there on the play, and also Django Christian, 25, coming up from the cornerback spot.
Slow to get up. No gain on the play. 4th down and 3. Actually, they'll give him 2. And the Stoughton offense will stay on the field. They need this one. 4th down and 1. QB sneak. Kotlowski will keep it. It looks like he has enough.
Enough push.
He gets up. They're marking him down at the 32-yard line, right where the marker is, and they will move the chains. Big quarterback keeper for Colin Kotlowski.
Yeah, running behind the center, Rain Altenberg, and then the guards Lawson Lang and Dylan Clark. They're making just enough push for him to get the 1st down.
And now can this Stoughton offense maybe get into a little bit of rhythm here to start this second half? Already taken over 2 minutes off this clock. have to limit possessions and make them count the rest of this game. Sell now motions to the near side. Him and Keys over there. Give to Hedstrom off the left. Can he turn the corner?
No.
Stiff arm. Django Christian strings him out. Maybe a gain of 1.
He is a good-looking sophomore, I'll tell you.
Yeah, only 5'9", 150 pounds, but he certainly plays bigger.
Yeah, came in the game with 4 solo tackles, 2 tackles for loss from that cornerback spot. And nothing on that play.
No gain. Going to be 2nd down and 10 from their own 32-yard line. 2.5 minutes have gone by here in this second half. Sell now and Keys split out to the right and left respectively. 2 running backs in the backfield as usual. Kotlowski straight drop. To Sell now, and it hit him in the hands. Had to climb the ladder, just couldn't haul it in. Incomplete pass. Would have been a pickup of at least 8.
That was tough because there was a lot of white jerseys around that one. If it would have been thrown a little bit lower, it might have been picked off.
Certainly some traffic. Kotlowski did all he could. Sell now couldn't quite haul it in. Senior wide receiver, the most targeted receiver on the Stoughton offense, came into this game with 5 receptions, or pardon me, that was last game. He has over 378 yards on the season last week over the century mark. Is Kotlowski to throw, got Empey in the flat, past the 35, sheds a tackle, past the 40, dives ahead to the 45, and that'll be enough for a first down for Stoughton.
Like to see that. Empey, tough, a wrestler, takes the hits and keeps on coming. Nice hands on that one, and just made a lot after the catch.
Yeah, Gatlin Empey actually wrestled my younger brother a couple of times this past season. Believe he was undefeated against the younger Yauk. Gatlin Empey certainly an impressive on the mat as he'll get the give here. Not much room to maneuver as he is lassoed in.
It's what Coach Becker wanted. They've taken 3 minutes off the clock, 8 plays here on this drive. Just grind it, and they've been able to convert a 4th down and a 3rd down in this drive. Just got to keep it moving.
Aiden Knight and Parker Niles in on the stop. 2nd and 9 from their own 46-yard line. Empey and Hedstrom point out some defenders. Mount Horeb Barneveld showing some pressure. They bring 2. Kotlowski is hit in the backfield, spins away from the first defender, DeRozier, but is swallowed up after that.
Harrison Walker, again on the play. Got the backside, grabbed him, wouldn't let him go.
Dialed up the blitz, did Mount Horeb Barneveld. Expected the pass, and they guessed correctly.
Lost a 7 on that play, and it makes 3rd and long.
3rd and 17 from their own 39-yard line. Stoughton wide receivers have been able to get open on some deep routes. Press coverage on Sell now. Heel now motion. Covered by Bell. Back to throw. Setting
pressure.
up a screen. Kotlowski throws it up. Almost intercepted. That would have been a pick 6
for
Eli Meyer. And all but wrapped this game up. But crisis averted for Stoughton. They'll live to fight another drive as
he had no chance. He took the snap, and they were in his grill. He was, like you said, lucky that that wasn't a pick 6.
4.5 minutes off the clock, but nothing to show for it for the Stoughton offense.
Yeah, 10-play
Had been
drive.
moving the football. Big negative play cost him. Jace Turner now on to punt it away. High snap, collects, and oh my goodness, the pressure got to him. That punt only went about 1 yard. Make it 2. Sensational, suffocating pressure.
We're on the 39, and we're on the 41 or 42. Whoa. Come on, guys, drop the puck. Waiting for the officials to put the ball down.
As the punt block team for Mount Horeb Barneveld showing up big time.
2 yards on that punt.
Not what you needed if you are Stoughton. From the home Vikings 41-yard line, Brooks Hendrickson and company will take over. First down and 10. Going to be a
flag.
Give to Wilson. Stiff arms a defender, reverses field. We got a flag on the play. He'll throw it, and it's caught by Hendrickson inside the 30. No, he lost the football. They'll still mark him down. They'll mark it a reception, and this might not matter as all signals are pointing to Mount Horeb Barneveld moving in reverse.
That flag was dropped right away, so it was either motion or illegal formation.
The officials discuss their call. Mount Horeb Barneveld still leading Stoughton 24-7, and here's the call. Ineligible man downfield, as that was a very quick call of ineligible man.
The ball.
Yeah. They knew it was coming. That will be a 5-yard penalty. Move the ball back to the 46-yard line of Stoughton. And now if you're the Stoughton defense, you have to take advantage of a negative for Mount Horeb Barneveld. 1st and 15 now.
Blitz, here it comes.
Stoughton bringing it, play action. Got his man, that's Anderson outside. And he's got the first down and more inside the 25-yard line, dragging Stoughton defenders out of bounds. We didn't see Hayden Anderson until the final possession of the first half. And since then, he has dominated this game.
6'6", 220 pounds. He is a force out there. He was more of a blocking tight end until about the last 5 games of the season a year ago when he made basically all of his catches. And even though he was honorable mention all conference, he was coming in as a potential first teamer this year, and now we see why.
Yeah, he had 187 yards and 2 touchdowns receiving last season. And he came into today with 172 yards and a touchdown, so he's already surpassed his yardage from last year and equaled his touchdowns.
He picked up 23 on that play.
And he might not be done yet, folks. First down, give to Wilson, up the gut, and he lost the football. It's on the turf and recovered by Stoughton. The Vikings defense makes a play, and they're not done yet, folks. Just when it seemed time to write Stoughton's obituary, they rip the ball loose and get it back for their offense.
That's huge. That was huge. On the 10-yard line, that was a pickup of 13 yards. That would have been a first down. But got to hang on to the football there. So we 1st and 10 on the 10. Here's now where Mount Horeb Barneveld defense is got to pin the ears back and try to keep them inside the 10 there. And if they get another short punt, they'll be back right in business again. But Stoughton, just the break they needed. A couple of great stands. They had that force on turnover and downs in the first series, and now the first turnover of the game. Fumble recovery.
Despite trailing 24-7, their defense has kept them in this one. As Kotlowski, play action. Looking long over the middle. Wide open is Blackburn. Oh, goodness. In and out of the hands. Great throw from Kotlowski. Exactly what they were looking for. And Blackburn is furious with himself right now.
Missed a couple early long passes to him, and this one he knew that was 6th. That would have been a 90-yard play. That's tough.
And an absolute momentum changer potentially is for naught. 2nd down and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Stoughton needs to move the football. MHB showing pressure. Little pitch, and he is met in the backfield. Goodness gracious. Logan Hedstrom was clocked immediately after receiving that pitch. Loss of 7 on the play. 3rd down and 17 from their own 3-yard line. As a brief scoreboard update, Milton has taken the lead over Monona Grove in the 3rd quarter, 19-14. Bringing it back here to Stoughton as much as I love my Milton Redhawks. Stoughton trying to hang on here. Missed a big play on 1st down. Hedstrom on the receiving end of a hot pitch, and now Kotlowski, QB draw. He's got some space, breaks a tackle past the 10, the 15, and almost worked his way to a first down.
Got some breathing room for his punter at least.
Gutsy call on third down almost pays off. 4th down and 3 now from their own 17-yard line, and Jace Turner will be back to punt it away.
Pick up a 14 on that play, but again, so the punter's got a little bit of room there. He would have been with his back up against the end line before.
Turner, good snap, gets this one
Yeah,
away.
that's better.
Much better. Maybe not much better, but still.
Better than 2 yards.
That it
in
is.
the last one.
And that one, maybe 7 yards on the punt as they'll mark it out of bounds at the 25-yard line of Stoughton.
Ooh.
The offense cannot capitalize on the turnover. Defense will have to come up big again with 4 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Mount Horeb Barneveld 24, Stoughton 7. MHB now trying to step on the throat of Stoughton and put themselves in firm control tonight. Hendrickson in the gun. Wilson back in there to his left. Going to be a little screen pass to him. Cuts it back and is brought down. Not quite. Still moving the pile forward inside the 25-yard line.
That's a big play. A lot of times, guy commits a turnover. Coach says moratorium. You don't get the ball for a while.
Yep.
This time, and they came right back on the very next offensive play, and nice pickup there for Wilson.
Love to see the trust in Logan Hedstrom, who has been putting his body on the line tonight. Hobbles over to the sideline. He'll catch a breath. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go now in quarter number 3. MHB taking their time on this offensive possession. 2nd down and 8 forthcoming from the 23 of Stoughton. Dennis, you wonder now if Coach St. Arnold and the visiting Vikings have decided to take a little bit of the air out of the ball here in the second half. 2 receivers to the right, 2 on the left. Pass is complete inside the 15-yard line from Hendrickson to his man.
Did you get the number on that
Connor
one?
McHugh, number 15.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him yet this evening. The junior. Took a second to find his name on the roster sheet. Apologies to Mr. McHugh.
And a first down.
1st and 10 inside the 15. At the 13, they mark it. Hendrickson takes the snap.
Blitz.
Pressure coming, rolling out to his right. Lofts it to the end zone, back corner. Anderson's got it. And incomplete. They'll say he was out of bounds. Second one of those we've had tonight, Dennis, right on that white stripe. Christian and Anderson not quite able to tap those toes as it'll be 2nd down.
Give Eli Meyer credit for picking up the blitz on that one. Hendrickson looked like he was going to get drilled. Eli stuck his nose in there and a couple of seconds so he could loft it up there, but not enough.
Still an excellent pitch and catch from Hendrickson to Anderson. Couldn't quite keep it in bounds. 3 minutes, 24 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Hendrickson now under center. Meyer deep in the backfield. Oh, going to be a give to him, and he is ripped down right at the line of scrimmage. Matthew Boubon, first time we've said his name this evening. He almost grabbed the handoff for himself.
So yeah, that was good effort there by Meyer just to pick something out of nothing. So he was able to pick up a yard there.
3rd down and 9 from the Stoughton 12. The Stoughton defense doing everything in their power to keep the home squad in this one. Hendrickson, Meyer close to his left, right off that hip. Two receivers to the right, one on the left. Looking over the middle. Got his man on the screen pass. Sheds a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Henry DeRozier. The linebacker gets in on the action as Mount Horeb Barneveld stretches their lead.
Yeah, we talked about the tight end Anderson. There's the backup tight end coming through big time with a 12-yard touchdown.
Beautiful middle screen set up by MHB. And just like that, the Stoughton defense had forced a third down. Now looking at a 23-point deficit pending the 2-point try as a flag is dropped by the referee. Could make this 2-point try a little more challenging. That it will.
12 men on the field. Is that what I heard?
Sure that won't make Coach St. Arnold too happy. Now they'll make the 2-point try from what looks to be the 8-yard line.
Hendrickson now with his second touchdown pass of the game.
Henry DeRozier, 210-pound junior. You mostly see him on defense. Makes this Stoughton defense pay. Now the 2-point try. Two receivers split out wide on each side. Wilson, Hendrickson back to throw. Fires and incomplete. Miscommunication potentially with Hayden Anderson. And the 2-point try is no good, but Mount Horeb Barneveld still firmly control here at Stoughton High School. Your score with 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Mount Horeb Barneveld 30, Stoughton 7. We'll step aside. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good care of you.
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Mount Horeb Barneveld flexing so far this evening. They lead Stoughton 30-7. As Henry DeRozier on the receiving end of Brooks Hendrickson's second touchdown of the evening. As Cullen Olson is on to boot it away for MHB. End over end kick. Nice boot from the junior as Sell now on the return past the 25-yard line, caught in midair and spun to the artificial turf at about the 28-yard line. And Dennis, what is the drive summary for that last Mount Horeb Barneveld score?
5 plays, 25 yards, 2:24 off the clock, and a 12-yard touchdown pass from Hendrickson, his second touchdown pass of the night. First touchdown for Henry DeRozier, 12 yards. And coming into the game, that was he had no catches, so first catch is a touchdown.
Not too
Not
shabby.
Too bad for the backup tight end.
Mentioned Meyer, his first carry of the game was a touchdown. Lots of firsts here this evening for Mount Horeb Barneveld as they lead at 30-7. Kotlowski will keep it. That was a late pull from the running back and a frustration push from Rain Altenberg.
No. Boys will be boys, but
Yeah.
got to keep it cool.
You understand it. Certainly at this point in the game, things haven't really been going the Vikings' way. They've had opportunities, too, which I think has got to be the most frustrating part for Coach Becker and this entire squad, as chances have been there, and this game would be a lot different if they hit on just a few. But
Yeah, Mount Horeb's had a 25 and a 38-yard drive, along with 59 and 72, and Stoughton had to go 66 yards. So Mount Horeb Barneveld keeping them out of the red zone tonight.
Kotlowski will keep it himself as he was bent awkwardly on that keeper. Gain of a few, but the quarterback seems to be just fine. He jogs to the sideline, checks his wrist, and receives the play call. Minute 20 to go here in quarter number 3. 30-7 in favor of Mount Horeb Barneveld. And now, Dennis, if you're the Stoughton offense, what are you trying to do at this point? The game most likely, barring a miraculous comeback's out of hand. How do you sort of build confidence heading into next week?
First down by first down. Just try to get some yardage, try to move the chains, and keep that offense for Mount Horeb Barneveld off the field.
Play action. Kotlowski will keep it again. Reaches the ball forward, but it's not going to be enough for a first down. A yard short. 4th down and 1 from the 33-yard line. Nothing to lose now for this Stoughton offense. And they will hustle to the line. Have to expect another QB sneak right into the teeth. That MHB defense, Aiden Knight, Walker, and Niles. QB sneak. I don't know if he got there. This will depend on the spot. It's going to be close. And they will give him the first down. A second QB sneak successful on 4th down and 1 for Colin Kotlowski.
4 straight carries and get the 10 yards the hard way.
MHB making them earn every single inch of ground on offense tonight. As it appears Stoughton is content with letting this one head to quarter number 4. We have reached the final frame here in Stoughton, Wisconsin. A gorgeous night for some Badger small football. Your score through 3, Mount Horeb Barneveld 30, Stoughton 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening and watching Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, you know, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
But not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Stoughton offense trots back onto the field, flips sides as Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania is brought to you by Stoughton Health. They've been providing trusted care close to home, and they are proud to support student athletes from around the area. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more today. Mount Horeb Barneveld leading 30-7 as we start quarter number 4, Dennis.
Stat of the night right now, rushing 22 for 37 for Stoughton.
Kotlowski back to throw. Rainbows the left side. Sell now goes up for it. Bounces around as there is a flag on the field. Sell now barking for one. As that appears
like Andy
as if
Jones
it will go against MHB.
Yeah, Andy Jones there looked like trying to break it up, but saying, did he get a piece of him? Or no.
And it'll be defensive holding, not pass interference. So I believe that will move them to 1st down and 5 now. They'll make it 10 as defensive holding. Still we're 10 in high school.
Yep.
They'll spot the ball at the 44-yard line of Stoughton. This is where the last drive stalled, right around their own 45-yard line. Kotlowski and co. hoping to change their fortunes here. 1st down and 10. Kotlowski, play action, has Empey in the flat, lowers the shoulder and barrels forward. Looked like the football came out at the end of the play, but it was already blown dead, gain of 1.
You're getting helped up at the bottom of the pile there. Oh, yeah. That was number 2, Jack Wilson. Yeah, he made the hit, and then everybody rolled over. He had like 5 bodies on top of him.
Jack Wilson wanted some payback for his fumble earlier in the game, and unfortunately, Gatlin Empey, after being at the bottom of that massive pile, is hurt. We will step aside for this injury timeout. MHB 30, Stoughton 7, 11 minutes, 29 seconds remaining. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always, always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Gatlin Empey able to walk off the field under his own power. A little bit of a limp. Hopefully he is okay. Kotlowski to the air. The left side. Sell now comes back for it. Can't quite rein it in. Nice little back shoulder throw from Colin Kotlowski, but good coverage as well from Andy Jones in that MHB secondary.
Yeah, got the one-on-one look they were looking for. But Jones, again, give him credit for just sticking to him like glue. Selnow is a marked man out here tonight. He's the big play guy for Stoughton, and he's not getting much room to breathe.
This Mount Horeb Barneveld secondary, a lot stickier in this second half. Selnow on the right hash, Keys to the left. Kotlowski rolling out to his right and rolls right into some MHB defenders. A 3rd down sack for the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense.
And looks like Eli Meyer there in the bottom of the pile. Number 5, yep, Meyer gets credit for sack there. Yeah, it will be a sack -1.
Back to the original line of scrimmage, 4th down and 10. Last gasp effort for the Stoughton Vikings. They trail 30-7, 10 minutes, 35 seconds to go. And this is it. Kotlowski in the gun, Hedstrom back there with him as well. Back to throw over the middle, looking for Blackburn, passes, tipped, and falls incomplete. Caden Schlimgen gets up there and bats the ball away. Turnover on downs. And Mount Horeb Barneveld strengthening their grip and looking to move to 4-1 on this young season.
Yeah, that was in the triple coverage. Chance to get.
But you wouldn't guess by the scoreboard, 30-7. But you wouldn't guess by the scoreboard, 30-7, 10 minutes, 21 seconds remaining. Mount Horeb Barneveld trying to punctuate their 28th straight conference win. Pressure coming, and who needs to run the football? Haig drops it. Oh my goodness, that had touchdown written all over it. A seed from Brooks Hendrickson, and Haig lets it hit the grass.
Tell you, that was a nice pickup there by Evan Leibfried over at right tackle. The blitz picked him up and bought a little bit of time there for Hendrickson, and that was the perfect play. Got the single coverage. He got open, and so both teams have had their series of drops. But, again, how many drops did the Packers have last year?
A lot. To say the least.
It happens with the big guys, too.
And, Dennis, they may be taking the absolute opposite approach that you suggested as Hendrickson fits it into the smallest of windows between 3 defenders wearing purple shirts. Connor McHugh with his second reception of the evening for a pickup of 5.
Yeah, getting reserve tight end, getting a little bit of some time there.
They have no desire to get out of here early, Dennis. They want another score.
Here's the pickup.
3 receivers. Hendrickson looking to his left. Got his man. Flag on the play. So hold everything. At the moment, Kelson Baumgart has a first down for Mount Horeb Barneveld.
PA announcer Q, Don Henley's dirty laundry. Here it comes.
And an uncharacteristically sloppy drive here from Mount Horeb Barneveld.
2 penalties. Yeah, they've looked pretty crisp most of the night.
Yeah, as we reach the conclusion of this game. And never mind.
Oh, a face mask.
Spoke too soon, Dennis. It looked like MHB was heading in reverse. On the contrary, face mask on Stoughton.
That ball was at the 39. He just gave him 6 yards. He just moved to the 33. It's a first down anyway, so they'll take it.
Wonder if
Oh no, not a first down. It should be
penalty?
first down. Yeah, it's first down.
Coach Becker has his headset and hat off on the Stoughton sideline, now walking onto the field.
Like, what's going on here, guys?
Trying to figure out what's going on. 9.5 minutes to go.
It was 3rd and 4 at the 39. He marked off 6 yards. It's a first down.
As the officials congregate around the 35, make it the 33-yard line of Stoughton.
Don't think they're talking about where they're going for postgame yet.
Maybe. You never know.
What? No.
Got to find the nearest Pizza Hut. One of those personal
There
flats.
we go. Okay. Now I'm marking it off. To the 24, 15 yards.
And hey, Dennis, you know, their rationale, they want to slow the game down. We started an hour early. We have an hour to make up. Taking our sweet time. Here at
yeah,
Stoughton
but the reason
High
was to
School.
avoid the storm, not to get to it. First and 10 on the 24,
hey, we
15
do
yarder.
still have an hour until the storm is supposed to arrive. As Hendrickson back to throw over the middle, wide open. Hagg's got this one, and he scampers into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Horeb Barneveld.
3rd touchdown pass of the night for Hendrickson.
They've already delivered the knockout punch, and they keep kicking Stoughton when they're down, 36-7. MHB showing no mercy this evening.
Just 64 seconds on that drive. It seems a lot longer with the penalties.
That it did. As Mount Horeb Barneveld on to attempt the 2-point conversion. Typical 2 running back formation. Meyer to the right, Wilson to the left. Anderson now motions to the far side. See if we get a little fade in that corner. Instead, it'll be a give to Meyer. A little juke move, and he dances his way into the end zone. 2-point try successful. And your score with 9 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. Mount Horeb Barneveld 38, Stoughton 7. 31-point advantage for the visitors. Dennis, after Stoughton responded with that first touchdown, it looked like we had the makings of a good football game tonight and a much different affair than we saw last year in the 54-0 beatdown from MHB. But now as we approach the final stretch here, similar results. A new year.
And it's Meyer's 4th 2-point conversion tonight. Came in with 5, almost doubled it.
Up to 9 2-point
Three
conversions.
play 45-yard drive, 64 seconds. And by the way, that was Colin Haig's first touchdown catch of the season.
Congratulations to Colin Haig.
As you said, a lot of firsts tonight.
Yeah, dropped one earlier in the possession, made up for it to finish it off. A couple of out-of-town score updates. Monona Grove has recaptured the lead over my Milton Redhawks. They lead 29-22 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. In the third quarter is Sell now on the return, almost at his goal line. He's got the corner past the 30, lowers the shoulder and drilled out of bounds past the 35-yard line. Ricky Sevilla in on the stop. As once again, MG leading Milton 29-22 in the third quarter. And our very own Jesse Nelson calling the game for the Muskego Stream, his alma mater, the Muskego Warriors. They currently lead the 5th-ranked Muskego Warriors up 21-17 at the number 1 ranked team in the state, according to our ESPN Wisconsin media poll, the Arrowhead Warhawks. Beaver Dam also up 21-0 over Kettle Moraine Lutheran, as those were your scoreboard updates. As Hedstrom here with a head of steam into MHB territory inside the 40-yard line. Biggest run play of the night for the Stoughton Vikings.
Yeah, coming in with 22 carries for 37 yards. Wow, that almost got half of them. Well, 25 yards on that pickup.
Stoughton still showing some fight here late from the MHB 40-yard line. Kotlowski takes the snap, give to Empey, who's back in the game. You love to see that pickup of a couple, but more importantly, Empey, who once again ends up at the bottom of a massive humanity, is healthy enough.
The trainer was looking over at him, athletic trainer, and he said, "Put me in. Let me go. Let's go."
He's got a game to win. If he can pull off a miracle. 2nd down and 8 now from the 38-yard line of MHB. Kotlowski in the gun, as usual, with his tandem of tailbacks, Hedstrom and Empey to his right and behind, respectively. Sell now to the near side, give to Hedstrom. Bounces it out. Can he turn the corner inside the 30 and is escorted out of bounds at the 25 by Andy Jones. Logan Hedstrom having himself a drive here late.
Picking up another first down here. Another 13 yards after answering the call after the touchdown there. Want to put another one up here before we're done.
And you mentioned earlier coming out of half that if you're Stoughton, you just have to ignore the scoreboard and play your brand of football the rest of the way. And so far here late, although certainly not the result they had hoped for or expected, still showing that resilience here near the end of this game. Kotlowski, running back went to the wrong side. That was Hedstrom, and tries to find Sell now. That one is knocked down by Ricky Sevilla. Blanket coverage.
I can't hear what the students are chanting there.
I believe they're doing the famous boom chicka boom chant. I remember that one.
From high school?
I don't know if I'd say fondly. I certainly remember it. It's a staple, you could say, throughout high school. Also like the tick, 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 boom one I remember is big. Hunter Vaughn's giving me a look. I remember, all you cheerleaders out there, you'd back me up on that. It's certainly real. Kotlowski back to pass, shuffling around the pocket and dropped. Another sack for this Mount Horeb Barneveld defense. Walker and Niles in on the stop, but a flag on the play coming from deep in the secondary area of defensive holding. We mentioned the student sections. Credit to the Stoughton student section, sticking around and still getting rowdy for their hometown guys. It will be defensive holding. 10-yard penalty. Gives Stoughton a fresh set of downs up to the 15-yard line of Mount Horeb Barneveld. They mark the ball at the right hash. Keys out wide the right, near that right sideline. Sell now on the left. Just to the right of the left hash. Kotlowski, deep drop, looking left. To the end zone, caught, touchdown, Stoughton. Devin Rogers on the receiving end from Colin Kotlowski. And the home squad not going down without a fight.
Nice play. And double coverage out there, too, for Devin.
Beautiful ball from Kotlowski. And I'm sure it was nice for the quarterback to see one of his receivers make the reception. (38-13), your new score. 7 minutes, 34 seconds to go in this one. Empey to the right of Kotlowski. Hedstrom behind him. Keys to the left, and Sell now to the right. Going for two. Going to be a give up the middle. No, a play action, and too tall for Hedstrom. They had me fooled. Looked like it was a give up the middle to Empey. Instead, incomplete. And the 2-point try is unsuccessful. But still a touchdown drive for Stoughton. Showing some pride here late. Your score, once again, 38-13 in favor of the visitors. 7 minutes, 34 seconds to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good care of you.
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. That is not Jace Turner on to kick it away. That is A.J. Esser, the backup, the sophomore, getting some reps here late. As he looks to boot it away, Dennis.
Yeah, nice
What was the
kick.
summary for that last drive?
5 plays, 65 yards, 1 minute, 36 seconds, time of the drive. 15-yard touchdown pass, Kotlowski to Devin Rogers, his first of the year. If pass failed, and 38-13. Now Mount Horeb Barneveld with 7.5 minutes to go. You want to run clock here. Just keep the clock moving. Don't see to put the ball in the air unless they say they want that one back. The offense says no. Here's where let's see if Hendrickson comes out or the backup comes out.
Judging by that last drive, you can't pigeonhole them either way. They're still willing to sling it, as unfortunately, if you are a fan of the Stoughton Vikings, that missed 2-point try really was the final nail in the coffin this evening, as Hendrickson again back to throw, got his tight end Anderson. Couple of juke moves past the 40, 45, down just a couple of yards short of midfield. Hayden Anderson showing off tonight.
Yeah, it took that last drive of the first half to figure out what was going on out there, and they got him open, and ever since then, he's been on Thornton's side of the Stoughton Vikings.
Sleeping giant for this Mount Horeb Barneveld offense as they continue to throw the football.
Picked up 24 on that one.
25-point lead for MHB, a 4-score affair here on this warm fall evening from Stoughton. Hendrickson, straight drop, rainbows the left side, too far, a little long for his intended target. Connor McHugh once again.
That last catch put Anderson over 100 yards, 6 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown tonight.
Hayden Anderson almost in one game surpassing his season total from last year.
I said that was going to be one of their big go-to guys this year offensively. Hendrickson being able to run the ball, using their tight end a little bit more. Chris Keel, just a great two-way player for them off to North Dakota and North Dakota State, actually. That's where Wilson is.
A couple of Dakota commits as that one is batted down to the line of scrimmage. Reed Blackburn gets his big paws up there and swats it away.
So much for a running clock.
Yeah.
We run like 34 seconds or something like that off in 3 plays.
MHB offense,
they want
I
more.
guess. Who do they have next week, Dennis?
Mount Horeb Barneveld is going to be playing Sauk, the Sauk Prairie there.
All
and
right.
it's homecoming for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings.
You wonder if Coach St. Arnold in this offense wants to work on the passing game here late. It's in hand. You don't see that too often, but maybe some things to work on and fix. As a screen pass here to Wilson. Stiff arm, 40,
Oh, look at
35,
that.
following his blocks inside the 20. Cuts back one more time into the end zone. Touchdown, MHB.
53 yards.
That was a grown man run from Jack Wilson after the catch. 44-13. Mount Horeb Barneveld sticking it to Stoughton.
And Hendrickson just another touchdown pass. 1, 2, 3, 4 now. 3 in the second half.
You know, these,
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, coming from the Stoughton side is certainly odd. I don't know if there's some history I'm missing here, but Hendrickson rolling out to his left, flips it into the end zone, and it will fall incomplete short of the intended target, Anderson. And the two-point try is no good, but no matter, as the lead remains 44-13 for Mount Horeb Barneveld over Stoughton. 6 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. Dennis, I don't know if there's some missing beef here between these two head coaches. They seem very respectful of each other, but Coach St. Arnold, you could make the case that he's running up the score here late.
Yeah, trying to add some fuel to the fire, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, working on the pass game, and that's the biggest catch Wilson's had in his career. First time he's had 53-yarder, and coming in, he had 5 catches for 71 yards, his first touchdown reception.
He had over half of that on just that last catch and run.
Well, and if Mount Horeb Barneveld would have made the 2-point plays they missed, we'd be a running clock right now.
But unfortunately, Dennis,
They
did not.
So now Stoughton now can come back and try to put points.
Yeah.
They want to get 20. They want to say, okay, you scored, we're going to score. Yeah, both teams are keeping their starters out there.
Yeah,
This one's been out of hand for a while, so there might be something behind the scenes that they're not sharing.
Potentially, is that kick almost to the back of the end zone, returned by Tyree Steele.
Oh, ran into his own man there.
And is chopped down right at the 20-yard line. And that is where the Stoughton offense will start this new possession. As, I don't know about you, Dennis, it seems like this fourth quarter is taking longer than the past 3 quarters combined.
And the passing going on.
I'm not complaining. I love Friday Night Lights as much as the next, and I am more than happy to be here for another 6 minutes and 23 seconds and however much stoppage time there is. But given the result, seems a little unnecessary as Kotlowski in the gun. That was a flinch. He was hoping the referees didn't see it.
Yep.
That was Max Nelson. Wonder if he has a nickname on this team. I remember Jack Nelson.
Mad Max.
Was in my grade. Mad Max, is that his confirmed nickname,
No,
or is that just a conjecture?
Could be from the movies.
Maybe. I like it. I think that's a good nickname. I just know Jack Nelson, his older brother, his nickname was Big Nasty. He was in my grade. My Milton friends were not too fond of him, as the give here to empty up the gut. Good for a couple. His little brother Barrett, very creatively known as Little Nasty.
Little Nasty.
And again, maybe these are just nicknames opposing teams had for him. I don't know if they were too popular in Stoughton Vikings circles.
I've been enough around locker rooms that I'm sure there's some names that they can't
put
out for public consumption.
I would be more shocked if there weren't.
Yeah, we had our share going up, yeah.
Oh, yes. The clock now ticking under 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Second down and 11 from their own 19. Give to Empey again, and Stoughton now seems content to run out as much clock as possible and get out of here licking their wounds. Now, Dennis, I think it's at a point we know Mount Horeb Barneveld's playing Sauk Prairie next week. Stoughton, who is their bounce-back opportunity next week.
Stoughton next week gets to go to Portage. They have Portage and at Edgewood the next 2 weeks. Then they get Sauk Prairie at home. That'll be senior night. And then Lakeside Lutheran to end the season. A regular season, that is. They looking to get to the playoffs here. Got some winnable games coming up.
Yep, and I do believe this Stoughton team, as Kotlowski is hit hard, stays on his feet, hit a few more times before he spun to the turf, and a flag comes in late.
A little roughness there.
And a little bit of chippiness late here from both of these Viking squads. And what I was trying to say before the extracurriculars, I think despite the lopsided score, I think this Stoughton Vikings team is a lot better than that indicates. So quite a few missed opportunities tonight. MHB also happens to be an absolute wagon and a contender for a state title here is
Mount Horeb personal foul.
Personal foul on the defense, as expected.
So Stoughton gets to keep a little bit longer.
Free first down for Stoughton. The home team trying to give this crowd one more thing to cheer about before we head home for the evening. From their own 39-yard line, it's where they will pick it up. 4 minutes, 30 seconds and counting.
And I get to write the game story for the Mount Horeb Mail after this one, by the way.
Well, at least that'll be a fun one.
So when I talked to Brett, he said, maybe you let's get you a W to write about. So I went, okay.
Give off the right side or the left side, pardon me, into MHB territory goes Valen Wilson.
His first carry.
He's played in reserve of both Empey and Hedstrom this season, showing the nice burst.
Coach likes him, 5'11", 170-pound junior. He's had 7 carries coming in, averaging almost 5 yards, and caught a pass. A guy they like to get a few more reps here coming along. And that was a big one. 17 yards on that scamper. Showed a little bit of toughness there, too. He took a couple of hits at the end there.
And these student sections having some fun here tonight, chanting back and forth.
We got a few Badger-esque cheers coming from the stands, if I hear. We got the mute button going.
Thankfully, we're just on YouTube. Don't have to worry about the FCC as, again, Wilson showing a little extra toughness here late. Those fresh legs.
The other Wilson, and Jack's counterpart. Showing a little bit of Jack Wilson out there, too, with this stuff. Oh, moving the ball back. Okay, I saw that.
3 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, Stoughton wants just to be able to grind one out here and not give Mount Horeb the chance to put 50 up on him. After last year, if you can punch one in here and make it 44-20, it's respectable.
Yeah, you don't feel nearly as bad as Kotlowski. Give to Wilson one more time. Why not? Gets up past the first down marker.
That's good.
Valen Wilson continuing to move the chains for this Stoughton offense as the game clock ticks away.
Yeah, VW, a little bug. Call him the bug. VW bug. I like it.
Speaking of nickname, that's a good one.
We got a good nickname for him already.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Oh.
That one's not nearly as good. You just jogged my memory. Haven't seen those movies in a while.
Brings back a few memories.
As Mount Horeb Barneveld calling a timeout. Up 44-13 here with 2 minutes and 44 seconds remaining. We'll take a 30-second break. Along with them, you're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. MHB has this one in hand, folks.
Is your home ready for a makeover? At Wanakee Remodeling, we specialize in exterior transformations that turn heads. New siding, flawless decks, and windows that shine. Our team delivers top quality craftsmanship with unbeatable warranties, ensuring your home stands strong and stunning for years to come. Call Wanakee Remodeling today at 608-442-0034 or visit WanakeeRemodeling.com. Schedule your free estimate and let us bring your vision to life. Wanakee Remodeling, building beauty that lasts.
Stoughton back on the ball here with 2 minutes, 44 seconds remaining. Showing some fight as this one reaches its conclusion. Sell now in motion. Give to Wilson off the right side and lassoed from behind.
Not that
Excellent tackle. As some high fives are in order for number 55, Dylan Randall.
Well, they still got some of their starters in there on defense, some Mount Horeb Barneveld. So, I don't know, with that kind of a lead, you think you don't want to risk any injuries out there, but they don't want to allow Stoughton to get in the end zone.
It appears not, as certainly some pride being played for here late by both of these teams, even though the result is well in hand. Play action, Kotlowski winging it deep.
Got it.
Keese has got a step, and he's got a touchdown. Jackson Keys with a punctuation mark for Stoughton. As an otherwise forgettable game still has a couple of highlights for the home team.
Kotlowski, his second touchdown pass here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, beautiful adjustment.
Nice.
On that pass by
great catch.
Jackson
over
Keys.
the shoulders.
Looking like a center fielder. Adjusting to a fly ball.
Willie Mays back over.
Exactly. And that kick is blocked by Mount Horeb Barneveld, as when it rains, it pours. Even after the best play of the night for Stoughton, can't quite finish the deal. Your score with 1 minute, 53 seconds remaining. Mount Horeb Barneveld 44, Stoughton 19. Dreaming of transforming your home into the space you've always wanted? Wanakee Remodeling makes it happen, and their expert team is there to bring your vision to life. They're local, reliable, and dedicated to quality craftsmanship. Schedule a free consultation today at WanakeeRemodeling.com. Stoughton helped out by a couple of penalties. Valen Wilson had himself a drive, and Jackson Keys from Colin Kotlowski finishes it off for the Vikings. Dennis, can you give us a more detailed look at that touchdown drive for Stoughton?
7 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Capped by a 35-yard touchdown pass from Kotlowski to Keys. Kick was blocked, 44-19 on that drive. You said Valen Wilson had 4 carries for 27 yards. And the touchdown there was huge there for Keys.
Not too shabby.
And for Keys, that was his second touchdown of the season.
Unfortunately for my Milton Redhawks, I can sympathize with these Stoughton Vikings here tonight, currently trailing MG 36-22 in the fourth.
Ooh.
That one getting out of hand. Down for the Redhawks. And now, Dennis, this one is all but over. We'll see if Mount Horeb Barneveld continues to try and sling it just for fun. But as we wrap up this game, what are your major takeaways?
One, the run defense for Mount Horeb Barneveld tonight was pretty formidable. Again, watching Hendrickson, this is the improvements he's made as a quarterback from junior to senior year. Now being a dual threat with the legs, he was able to really spread that Stoughton defense out. And then second half, being able to hit his receivers. Haig with his first touchdown, Wilson with his first touchdown reception.
Low snap.
Spreading the wealth.
That they have, as the backups are now in for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Owen Schultz on the carry. Love to see these backups get their names called a couple of times, as MHB will take the final few snaps.
Lost a 2 on that one.
Second down and 12 from their own 28-yard line. See if the backups can show a little flair here in the final minute and change.
Yeah, he'll just take as much time off the clock as you can. Hello.
As much time as possible, as the give to Schultz once again makes one man miss in the backfield, continues to try and push, but is swarmed by a gang of Stoughton Vikings. 45 seconds to go. One more play should just about do it. Harvey Helen, the sophomore backup for Mount Horeb Barneveld in. As euphoria on the Mount Horeb Barneveld side, the student section getting raucous for their Vikings as they'll leave Stoughton with a W. 20 seconds remaining. Window dressing now. Helen takes the snap. One more give to Schultz. He makes a few men miss. He's still on his feet. Get going, young man. Schultz into Stoughton territory with 2 seconds remaining. And the clock has stopped to move the chains, and that will be all she wrote. Owen Schultz ends it well for Mount Horeb Barneveld. A little extra spice on this victory as Mount Horeb Barneveld paced Stoughton 44-19. Our final thoughts and our Pizza Hut player of the game after this. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Axe, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Axe is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The team at Midwest Financial Group are values-based financial specialists that offer full-service financial solutions. This local independent firm has been dedicated to helping people achieve their financial, tax, and insurance goals for over 30 years. Visit mfgteam.com to learn more about how they can help set up your future for financial success. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Is your home ready for a makeover? At Wanakee Remodeling, we specialize in exterior transformations that turn heads. New siding, flawless decks, and windows that shine. Our team delivers top quality craftsmanship with unbeatable warranties, ensuring your home stands strong and stunning for years to come. Call Wanakee Remodeling today at 608-442-0034 or visit WanakeeRemodeling.com. Schedule your free estimate and let us bring your vision to life. Wanakee Remodeling, building beauty that lasts.
When you or a loved one are faced with an unexpected injury or illness, Stoughton Health's urgent care is there for you. Stoughton Health has 4 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have urgent care locations in Stoughton, Oregon, McFarland, and Cottage Grove with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health accepts over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan, Quartz, Humana, and more. Please visit stoughtonhealth.com for more information. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Horeb Barneveld 44-19 winners tonight on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Browse their car selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. They had Boys of Fall by Kenny Chesney playing over the loudspeakers as the crowds disperse from Stoughton High School. And Dennis, what are our final tallies on the stats tonight for a big MHB win?
Well, the bottom line is 4 touchdown passes for Brooks Hendrickson. Wilson with a touchdown catch and a reception. Hayden Anderson, 6 catches, 101 yards. And how about Meyer with 4 2-point conversions tonight?
Not too shabby.
So it was pretty much dominant through 3 quarters. It was 291 to 133, and it didn't get much better in the fourth quarter there as we just played out the string. But Stoughton with 12 points in the fourth quarter puts 19 up there after 54-0 last year. Well, a little bit better, 25 points.
Yep.
Almost halved it
Cut
from
it in
last
half.
year. That's a plus, but got a little testy toward the end there. Stoughton does not like to get embarrassed on their home field on youth night. And Mount Horeb Barneveld, well, they are the big dogs going for their 5th conference title in a row, and they proved it tonight.
Yep, 28th straight conference victory for Mount Horeb Barneveld as they handle Stoughton tonight 44-19. And now, Dennis, without further ado, it is time to name our Pizza Hut, the one and only Pizza Hut, player of the game.
No one outpizzas the Hut, and no one outperformed this player tonight. The player of the game is presented by Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one outpizzas the Hut.
Alrighty, Dennis, who is our Pizza Hut player of the game?
Well, we saved our best stats for last, which is why I didn't want to give them all to
smart.
you. Brooks Hendrickson, 19 of 27, 271 yards and 4 touchdown passes. Key, though, was he had 9 rushes for 56 yards all in the first half, spread that Stoughton defense out and showed he is now a dual-threat quarterback. Just a phenomenal night. Wilson could have got some votes with his night. He had 99 yards total offense. And, again, Hayden Anderson, the tight end, big things are coming. He is staying, unlike Brooks Hendrickson, who's going to be early enrolling in college next year. Hayden said he wants to finish his basketball and baseball seasons out. Here's a guy that could be a first-team all-conference player in 3 sports. And right now he put a stake in it for football at tight end.
Yeah, the 6'6", 220-pound senior Hayden Anderson certainly had a fantastic game tonight, but congratulations to Brooks Hendrickson, our Pizza Hut player of the game. Introducing Pizza Hut's new handcrafted personal flats pizzas. Enjoy bold recipes like Nashville hot chicken, pepperoni duo, 3-cheese ultimate, and chicken bacon ranch. I'm a big chicken bacon ranch guy personally. $5 each all day. Hunter's shaking his head at chicken bacon ranch. I don't understand that. It's all Pizza Hut. It's all good. Order online at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out pizzas the Hut. And Dennis, as we wrap up here, give our final thoughts. Stoughton looking ahead to Portage. Mount Horeb Barneveld now looking for their 29th consecutive conference win over Sauk Prairie next week. What are you looking for from both of these teams as they advance in their season?
Well, Stoughton a bounce back. It's a winnable game with Portage. I think a couple of similar teams. Mount Horeb Barneveld wants to keep that streak going and that dominance. And next week's homecoming. So usually you try to schedule a team you think you can beat for homecoming. It's not why they scheduled Sauk. It just happened to be they were the second last home game, and with senior night being the last night, it had to be homecoming. So there'll be plenty of motivation. And I remember talking to Pat Rice. He made the comment. I said, how do you handle homecoming. That's got to be the head coach's bane because the kids are doing so much stuff during the week. You got powder puff football, you got the floats, you got the parade and all this other stuff. And he goes, their job is to win the football game. Let the other kids do everything else. Let them contribute to the floats. Let them do that. You just go out and win the football game so when you have the dance, you're the victors. And that's what Mount Horeb Barneveld wants next week. They want that. And, of course, the manhood message of the week will be
next week.
How to date a girl. I'm sure that's Coach said that's got to be it. He's also had how to tie a tie.
Also very smart.
But right. So making sure you look good and that you make an impression on your date and her parents as well. So a lot on their plate next week.
that they do. Mount Horeb Barneveld hoping to have a lot of fun next week. They certainly had a lot of fun this evening. They beat Stoughton 44-19. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Zimbrick Honda has been a part of the Madison community since 1973. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda-certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? At Zimbrick Honda, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for how much, Dennis?
$1.
That is right. Heck of a deal. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. For our esteemed video producer, we wouldn't be on the air without him, Hunter Vaughn. Hunter, will we hear from you next week? That we will.
Yes.
For Middleton Verona. That's where we shall be next week. You won't hear from me. You'll hear from Hunter Vaughn Saturday night, a special edition of Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, as that is the only time I believe they could find officials. But Saturday night it is. The Badgers have a bye week anyways. It will be just fine. And for the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau, my name is Riley Yauk. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. God bless everybody one final time. Mount Horeb Barneveld winners this evening, 44-19 over Stoughton. This has been Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.